Welcome to Unrolled, episode 125. Special guest is blinged out Moxi. I'm one of your co-hosts. That's what I said, right? 125.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm repeating it for some reason.
That's okay. We all have those Rain Man moments. So
Go to Kmart.
my name.
Go to Kmart.
Fucking Wapner's on it for. My name is Mike. Across the table is Chuck. Next to me is Drew, and our special guest is Moxi. He's probably the most intelligent business person here. How you doing, Moxi? How old is Moxi?
9 weeks.
9 weeks.
9 weeks.
Hey, next week I'll bring in some baby chickens.
So
They'll be 7 weeks.
So
Match that.
Is Moxi an eyebulge? The eyebulge breed, or is she the regular Frenchie?
Or she's just a regular Frenchie.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is between the regulars. She doesn't look like she's the eyebulge ones. 'Cause some of them are eyebulge.
You want a vodka?
Their eyes come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like pugs.
Yeah.
And she doesn't look like she's one of those.
No.
So, fun fact about those, Drew, is if they take their paw
Vodka,
and
no rock.
scratch a little bit, their eye can come out.
Oh, wow.
If they rub it up against the couch, their eye can come out.
Like the eyebulls ones?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
the eye just comes out.
What do you want?
If they rough play with brother or sister or whatever, their eye can come out. Like their eyes come out relatively easy.
Damn, that's scary.
Right. But she doesn't look like she's one of those.
No, she doesn't. Cade's got one of those, right? Cade's got an eye bulge one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Looks like her eyes are well within the limitations.
Of the skull.
Right.
She's hilarious, man.
How'd she do at the office today?
Oh, she was awesome. She,
Did puppy shit,
yeah,
obviously.
Amy's not the most pleasant person, and she wasn't upset, so.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you spring this on Amy, who's been on the podcast, what episode? 122, probably?
I think so.
I did when I showed up with her.
By the way, you're going to watch Moxi.
Well, she could run around and stuff, but, some people don't like dogs, so.
Bro, I remember when Freya was there.
I mean, yeah. It's...
Dude, as a puppy. Chewing on my hands when I was laying on the electro bed. Getting the shocks. I remember just laying there and, you're relaxing. Next thing you know, it's like puppy teeth chomping, bro. Like the sharp ones. Hi, Sweet Pea. Hi, Sweet Pea. Yeah, you're still puppy soft. 9 weeks.
Good looking dog.
Very good looking.
Oh, yeah.
Good colors. Got some good colors on
Yeah.
it.
So, one of the guys, I think you know who the parents, well, not the parents, her actual parents, but her human parents are. Mike Sutton was on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where she's from.
So can we ask?
I mean, I think they're typically like.
Oh, and I know how much they can go for.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck, yeah.
But so.
Buy a couple good cars for the price of one of them dogs.
Well, I mean, and he's had them all gene tested and everything else. He told me
They're not inbred.
No, but her parents, I guess, have the genes that make all the fancy ones that people want, or that are special. I'm not, into that, or ones they want to buy for breeding. And I guess maybe her colors weren't as desirable, even though she has the genes.
Yeah, good looking dog.
Yeah, I think she's beautiful, and she
Good
was
looking puppy.
She was the run. I think she's so She's so nice. Well, I mean, about 10 o'clock she turns into a gremlin, but
10 p.m.
yeah,
That's just the Zooms.
Well, that's what you get for feeding them. You can't feed her after a certain hour.
Yeah, you're beautiful.
Well, that's a good looking dog. I don't know
Yeah.
how it's not desirable.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was like, man, she's gorgeous, but he told me I think I don't. Sorry, Mike, if I get it wrong, but I think in the last litter they had one. He called it a platinum. And
What is that? Is that the sounds?
oh, is that her?
Yeah.
It was 25 or $30,000 for that dog.
What?
I think they
A
gave
platinum?
it. I think they gave it to like his mother-in-law, or something like that. But I was like, good grief.
But that is a specific color, and like it meets every
That's almost like
standard.
It's the red
specific-
heifer of these
yeah.
fucking Frenchies. Is that what you
Red
got?
heifer.
Yeah.
It meets every specification
It
to
all
be
comes back
this
to that.
certain one thing.
Smell that.
Oh man, that smells delicious.
It's probably gonna not be, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Abuela,
Abuela. Which you remember what that is from Spanish class? Did you take Spanish?
father, mother. I don't know.
Close.
Aunt.
Grandfather.
Oh, is it grandfather?
Abuelo is grandfather. Abuela is grandmother.
Okay.
Cool.
30-day streak on the Duolingo. You're welcome.
It's working.
I don't know about that. I think I learned that from Dora the Explorer.
That Madison County cop was at my house Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
He knew as much as I did. He was doing
Hey,
just.
hey,
he knew a couple more than I did.
We gotta go with the story,
Oh,
man.
fuck.
You ready for this?
Oh fuck.
You want to get out, girl? She's like, I'm tired of standing.
That's okay, because that box is bothering me anyway, puppy dog. It's not supposed to be there.
So what's the story?
Getting on my ADD. I sold that car to the Mexicans, right?
Oh, yeah.
To the
Wait,
Mexican dude, right?
There's a part deux.
And it blew up on the way home. Something happened to it
what
on the
they
way
said.
home. That's what they say. I believe them. They had to have it towed. So, something probably happened to it. That's the used car game, man. I mean, I felt bad for the guy. I still feel bad for the guy. But anyway, I didn't hear from him for a week and a half. Didn't hear a fucking thing, nothing from him. And they just pull up at my house the other night. Like Sarah's getting ready to take Carter somewhere, and they just roll the fuck up. And so I was still in the. It was that day. It was cold. So what day was that? Wednesday.
Yeah, we had a
Wednesday or Thursday. It was that day. It was fucking cold.
couple- Shit, sorry.
So I was sitting in the front room, and Sarah goes, "Who the fuck is this?" And I looked out the window. I peeped out the window, and I could see by the car, and I could see the guy, one of the guys. I knew who it was, so I grabbed my pistola,
Your Second Amendment.
and I went outside, and I told her to go back in the house, take Carter, go downstairs,
Just pee on
lock the door, and go downstairs, right? Just in case something happens, you're down below ground level.
Right.
So, I go over there. I start talking to them. They got the head to the car in the back of the car, and it's got a perfect pinky-sized half circle in it. Perfect. It's a perfect half circle. There's nothing in an engine that can cause this to happen. Nothing.
So hold on, back up a little bit.
They just show up out of fucking nowhere.
With the car on a trailer?
No, the car's not on a trailer.
Where
They just have the head.
Oh,
in
they
the car.
just have the head.
Yeah, they just have the head in the car.
So and you know it's your head?
No, it's the head to a Mazda.
To that Mazda.
Yeah, to a Mazda
Sure,
3.
sure.
It's that head.
So-
It's whatever.
I mean,
So he's got pictures, right? He's got pictures of all the antifreeze, and I know for a fact that is because it's the same. That's the color antifreeze I put in it.
green.
So no red.
You did put red in.
I put red in
Okay.
it. Well, I had a bunch of red, so I put red in it.
I thought red went in Chevys.
It doesn't matter. It's all universal. So I know that part, was probably correct. But it's got a perfect semicircle in it. Nothing. So let's say there's nothing there in the mating surface. There's nothing there that can cause that. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Drew, you ever shot a piece of metal with a gun? Like with a bullet? You never shot metal? Like a metal target?
Like propane. Yeah.
Or anything?
Yes.
So
yes.
Have you ever seen it do a perfect circle on the backside?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Con-
there's no way you
continue
can
on.
achieve this. There's no way you can achieve this, right? So I point at it and I go, no, that's not. Somebody did that. Why would you do that? Why did you do that? Why would you do that? Somebody did that, and they're arguing with me, right? And it's you can't understand them. They can't understand me. But you can get the gist. They're saying no, that's the way it was, and I think they got it. That I was saying no, dude, no way it was like that. So I went and I grabbed my rasp, die grinder with a rasp file on it. It fits perfectly in there. So then I take my finger and I clean it out a little bit, and you can see the goddamn grind marks. So he starts asking me for money, which he wasn't going to get anyway. And no dinero. And so he goes, Policia. So I said, you want the police? Policia? And I point at my phone, Policia? And he goes, si, Policia. So I said, okay. So I called police for him, right? I wouldn't have called them. I don't, fuck you guys. I'd go the fuck on down the goddamn road.
Yeah, we'll handle it.
So when I went to go get the die grinder,
Right.
I heard his buddy say really quietly, Pistola.
Oh,
Really
they saw
quiet.
your gun?
They saw it. They saw.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't fucking hiding it.
Oh, okay.
So it was behind me where it normally is,
yeah.
but I wasn't trying to fucking hide it at all.
Right.
And so I called the police for him. And so he's trying to talk to me. We're waiting for county to show up,
Right.
which surprisingly was like 5 to 10 minutes. We're waiting for county to show up. And so he's still trying to talk to me, and I go, no.
Should have had your neighbor call.
No, Policia. We wait, Policia. And I wouldn't talk to him. Wouldn't say a fucking word to him no more, right? Wouldn't even talk to him. So the cops show up. This is the best part. The cops show up, and I tell this officer, I go, hey, I need to go inside and put something away. Now that you're here, I need to go. And it takes him a second. He goes, yes, go put it away, please. And so I went inside, put it away, and I come back out, and his partner was already there, and he was already out. His partner was there and dealing with him. His partner spoke a little Spanish from high school, right? And all I hear is, you don't have a license? Do you have a license? And I see the guy shake his head, and all I hear is, you can't drive a car without a license. Why did you buy a car if you don't have a license? How are you? And so this cop he's visibly irritated because they don't have they drove all the way the fuck over here without a driver's license, bought a car without a driver's license, driving around without a driver's license. And what's he supposed to do at this point, right? Write them tickets? What's the fuck the point in that? He's there for diplomatic reasons.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Keep the peace.
Right. So it ends up, he doesn't write him tickets or nothing. He just lets him go. But he tells him it's a civil matter. You have to take him to court. So the guy looks at me. The Mexican dude looks at me. And this is the only English word he said the entire fucking time. Court. And so the other cop that was speaking Spanish, he goes, he's just telling you he's going to take you to court. And I go, yeah, I got that one. I said, we got that one. And I said, can you tell him, because I don't know the word, can you tell him that I'm sorry that it happened. I apologize. This wasn't meant to happen. But there's some bullshit going on. And he goes, no, I wouldn't even worry about it, man. He says he's going to take you to court. And I go, well, he's not going to take me to court. They're buying $2,000 cars. They don't even have a fucking driver's license to file the paperwork. They don't even have the ID to file the paper, because you got to file. You got to have an ID and shit to file the paperwork. And I don't even have any of that shit. So he's not going to, and he goes, yeah, I know. But he wants to tell you he's taking you to court, so he's going to tell you he's taking you to court. I still feel bad, but they showed up out of nowhere. No contact first, no nothing. So, didn't even attempt. They had my phone number. He could at least called and fucking spoke Spanish to me, and I could have been like, okay.
Okay. What? All right, that's your Spanish lesson for podcast 125.
Yeah, okay.
Is she asleep right now? I was trying to get her to go. I guess I didn't give her the big arm fucking nook that's sleeping.
You don't know how to do it.
I don't.
That's the magic hands at work over there again.
Yeah, I know.
Once again.
Bro, so I wiped out on the one wheel. Fucking, did I not tell this story? Did this happen after the podcast?
This happened after, yeah.
All right, so
this was like Wednesday or Thursday.
It was Wednesday or Thursday. It had to been. I don't remember.
It was Wednesday. No, it was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Yeah, because it was still warm.
Yeah, so Tuesday, I leave here. I'm taking Hornet spray to Nick, or to Ridge House, right? Nick's bringing me some PVC so I can move a fucking big metal tub around. So anyway, so I take it over there. I stop. I talk to Hinkle and Jared. They're sitting outside the business. So I stop there, talk to them for a minute, get back on. It's really windy on Tuesday because the storm was blowing in. So I have a bag, just like reusable shopping bag or whatever. And it's got the 2 cans of wasp spray. Luckily, they didn't go off because that shit's like pepper spray, bro. And I'm holding the string.
I know a guy who knows.
I'm holding the string that is my kill switch, right? At some point, the wind blows, and I'm pretty sure I disengaged my board. So I'm on the if you're You're not. But it's a white Kia with a red roof. I think I saw it at the gym today. So this person is sitting facing me. I get on that light, you get an arrow before the go straight, right? So that's my turn arrow to go up ridge. So I'm going decently fast to hurry up and beat this arrow. The board disengages as I'm in their lane, going right at them. But they're sitting at the light, stops moving. I look down enough to go, fuck! This motherfucker stops. The magnet goes way over here. The board somehow goes this direction. I don't even know where it went. Maybe it stopped and I kept going. I don't. Right. So the key went this way. The bag fucking over here. I mean, I let go of everything. All I had was it's already healed, which is amazing for
Wolverine over
for 46 years old, bro. I have no fucking that's the only thing you can see there. And since I don't wear proper shoes, I have a nice little fucking little mark on my exterior of the top of my foot.
He messaged me and I go, ha ha ha! Welcome to 6 weeks of pain, motherfucker.
Right. So what the funniest, weirdest part about it was, let me get that for you since your hands are full. Is I kind of Supermaned, right? So I'm pretty thick chested, barrel chested. So I landed, I'm laughing, and then my laughter ends because the cars are now coming, right? So then I gotta fucking scream at everybody. You just saw me wipe the fuck out.
Oh, they ain't got enough common sense for that.
They don't stop. They're literally inching towards me like, I gotta make this light. I gotta get this light. Bro, let me see if I'm dead first. Right. Give me a moment here. So I get up, I collect everything, and then I'm rushed because these cars are legit rolling at me. I'm like, you motherfuckers, give me 5 minutes here to collect my shit, So I get everything picked up and get over. The right side of my back hurts so bad that rolling over, twisting, fucking took my breath away, right? I'm like, what? But the right side, and I drug my left foot, so I know I landed left first, but I folded somehow weird. I think probably my feet came, around, maybe touched the head. I don't know, maybe not that far.
Is there a camera that was around?
Fuck. Unfortunately, all the businesses are closed except for McDonald's. I don't know if they got one there. Now, if it was further up ridge, there was one. APD would have done fucking put it on my Facebook because they would have fucking remember all them videos you put of other people on ridge? Here's one of Mike eating shit. So, but anyway, yeah. So I was hurt.
Now where's their camera point?
So it covers really, it covers the in front of the liquor store.
I think there's LPRs down there, ain't there?
Not right there. Do you know there's LPRs right here?
There's LPRs everywhere down here.
Everywhere, bro.
Yeah, trust me. I drove around looking for them motherfuckers, remember?
LPRs everywhere.
What's LPR?
License plate reader. They're more dangerous than anything in the fucking world if you're a criminal. Because they will track you. Fucking
your movements.
Ding, ding. Mm-hmm. You put the plate number in, it fires off when you go buy one.
Yep.
When you go buy it, it fucking pings where you're going.
So between that and the overhead cameras, which aren't red light cameras no more. Mm-mm. They're not red light cameras no more. Now they're taking pictures of the people driving.
Right. So they can tell you how fast you're going from LPR to LPR.
Yep.
If it's one route, right? If there's one road, you hit this point to this point, they know how fast you're going from that fucking moment. And
if you hit this LPR, this LPR, this LPR, and there's one of those cameras here, but maybe not even an LPR, but there's an LPR after, they'll look at the time you were at this one, the time you were at this one, and they can see it's your picture off this one.
Yep.
Picture you driving off this one.
Still get a ticket?
No, they're not doing it for tickets. They're doing it for...
No, they're tracking. To track people.
Yeah, they're looking at motherfuckers. So, and it's been useful in cases. There was a murder case off Milton. Lady's head was chopped off. There by the one stop complex there.
Oh, that was a while back.
A little while back.
I remember that.
So a friend of mine actually worked that LPR case, took it all the way up to Litchfield. So there's no LPRs outside of Godfrey going to Jerseyville, right?
Right.
So, but when you see it tagged, ding, 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 he's heading north, right? So he's heading north. and you look at his previous addresses. You find one in, let's say, Litchfield,
Right.
allegedly. I'm not trying to give away too many details here.
Right.
So then you have those police go look for him, and then next thing you know, within 24 hours after this lady's beheaded, this dude's locked up.
Yeah.
Because so they're useful for law enforcement.
Okay, so is that why they get pissed off if you don't have a front license plate?
Well, they're outlawing. Well, they're not outlawing front license plates, but they're making that to where that's not illegal no more in this state.
I have not heard that.
I've read it in a paper.
Has a little bit of weed taste. What paper?
I don't remember. Well, it was online, but it was a paper that posted it.
I haven't had a front plate unless the
I
car
don't-
had
I
a
don't run
plate
front plates.
bracket. You have a front plate on this truck?
This truck, I do.
Yeah,
I didn't
because you had a place for it, right?
Yeah, I didn't have one for the Charger because I wasn't going to drill holes in the fucking
Absolutely
motor.
right.
Well, there should be a panel. They're all supposed to have a panel.
There was. That one didn't. You worked on that one. I didn't have a panel.
There's no fucking panel on my truck. That's a Georgia truck.
Well, they're all supposed to have a panel that
That's
pops
not true.
off.
No, not at all. You did my truck too. You detailed my truck. There's no
I mean, I
fucking
paid
panel.
attention. I know that there's no plate. There wasn't no plates on them, but I don't pay attention if there was a panel or not.
Yeah, so my truck was
Just watch them motherfuckers.
is a Georgia only truck, so they never screwed that shit on. Because that goes over top of the bumper. And they just fucking screw it right into that motherfucker.
Well, on the truck, yeah, but on like that Charger, there probably was. Dude, they're so good at hiding that shit now with them filler pieces that you wouldn't even you would see the outline, but if you never looked that hard, you wouldn't even see the outline.
You detailed it. You would have seen the outline.
I don't remember that.
I mean, she is.
That Grand Prix, that 2002, that 99 Grand Prix had a license plate, had one on it, and I never knew.
Looking fresh, bro.
I didn't know it had a cover on it until Kansas State Cop fucking showed me it had a cover on it. There's no place for it. And he walked up there and he goes, this pops out and it goes right there. I never even noticed that it was there. That's how good they are at hiding them now.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I didn't know it was there.
She's a snorty pig when she sleeps.
Is she snoring?
Yeah. Here's a is it gay scenario for you?
Okay.
Okay, so
I
you're
like how the 120s have all been about homosexuality and the question if it is or not.
yeah, it's just an interesting thought. So you're in the womb, okay,
Yeah.
and you have a twin in there with you,
All right.
but you're kind of evil and you become the parasitic twin.
You're in the womb.
Okay.
Right,
No.
but
Keep
the
going.
Devil's in your butt, whatever. Anyways,
Right.
you end up eating your development eats your twin.
Mm-hmm.
But its appendages still work, and some of them remain on your body.
Okay.
So you come out and you have 3 legs,
Okay.
2 dicks,
Yeah.
all of which work, but the other dick is your brother's dick.
Okay.
So,
Well, how do you know which one's yours?
Yeah.
well, I mean, because it's gonna be off center.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, okay.
When I looked at
It's
six-legged
Center.
cows in Kansas, you could tell which ones the extra ones were because they were up high and they just draped over.
Oh, okay.
So
Would it suck if your brother's dick was way
yeah,
bigger
so
than
you
yours?
stand there looking.
Right,
You're
you
like,
just get- you
and
get-
you're
you
like,
have to keep that
"God
one."
Damn it! But they all work.
That
So
fucker was hung.
If you
Shouldn't have ate them.
If you jerked your brother's dick off, is that gay?
God.
It's really on your body.
Is it incest?
Is it incest?
Is it gay incest if you jerk your brother's dick off?
But it's on your body. I think it's yours at that point if you're born with it. If you made it to the finish line and it's
Yeah, it's yours now.
that's yours. I don't think that's his anymore.
Yeah, it's yours now. You took it fair and square.
So can I ask?
You won.
Can I ask? Is there an actual case where somebody's born with 2 dicks?
Yeah.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure there is.
well, I mean,
yeah, like he had 3 legs. They all worked.
really,
Yeah.
they all worked.
Yeah.
I mean, was the third leg his the other dick, or was it?
So what you're saying is he's double fucking trouble. He's got that DP down.
yeah. I mean, he's
One of the pink and one of the stink same time.
dude, it's rough. But I'm saying, because if you didn't do it, then you're like doing your brother a disservice.
Is
Sure.
it rough?
Yeah, because if you know,
I mean, you get
So
you
let
get a
me-
2. That's a 2 for 1.
So this case that is true that has happened.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot about it? Do you know how long this person lived?
I think into their 60s.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Tell me that this person was a star in the
They
porn
were,
industry.
No, they were in the freak show.
Oh, of course. So
How's
wait,
it hanging? Both ways. Kind of split.
He would do shit like ride bicycles and kick soccer balls while he was riding bicycles. Cause
he was just doing the 3-legged stunts, not the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your natural born. They're natural.
He missed out on the porn.
Yeah. See, I mean, was this a long time ago?
I mean, it was back, yeah.
Because nowadays they would just surgically remove the extra shit as
Right.
an infant, right? You wouldn't have to carry that motherfucker
you wouldn't
around.
know.
Unless you live in Appalachia, they probably.
Well, I'm saying in modern medicine that we have now, like if you come out with, so except for the conjoined twins that just got married.
It would depend, I guess, if you had some like arteries that could kill you if you.
Yeah. So, which is weird because
You
on
think-
legs
You
there's
think
major
them two
arteries
dudes?
there. So
You think them two dudes fight over whose turn it is?
them two dudes.
Well, yeah, that one got married and the other one's got a boyfriend, like a long-term boyfriend.
Oh.
You think they fight over whose turn it is?
So I always wondered what the story, because I didn't read it because I just did the common thing now. I just read the headlines where one of the conjoined twins got married. Did you see this? So there's
Was it the girls? Was it girls or boys?
they're
girls.
conjoined
Oh,
girls.
yeah.
Two heads.
Yeah, two heads, but that's about it, right?
Yeah, I think it's just two heads.
2 heads, 2 arms, 2 legs.
The dude's got to split the titties.
So, like, I mean, you would have to. The right head's got to get the right titty, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The
So,
right
I mean,
head gets right titty, left head gets left titty.
Right.
So
What do you do? I just
so
put
if he
a
married the
wall
left
in
one,
between?
if he married the left one and he gropes the right titty, is he cheating?
Yes.
God. It's like,
Yes. He is cheating.
my eyes are over here.
Literally, though. Like, can you look at the one? Yeah. How does sex go, bro?
who did they Rochambeau for who gets the butthole? Or I mean, it's only fair.
That's got to be fucking miserable.
For the guys, just as much as
It can't be fun.
there's
No,
like,
no, not even for the. I'm saying, yeah, for the guy, but for the people living in those bodies, it's got to be. I mean, for a while you're like, yeah, it's my bestie, it's my sister, and then after a while you're like, you fucking bitch.
right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, you have to fucking be on the same page.
So wait.
You're in the same bed. You got to be in the same
I
page.
seen something that said that the sister, the one that got married, the sister tries to ignore the pleasure when they're having sex. She just tries to put it out of her mind by reading a book or something. So I read that, and this is how fucked up a person I am. My mind immediately went, challenge accepted.
Yep. Nope, you're not going to be able to read shit.
You ain't reading that book.
How fucking
All three of us are getting off.
Isn't that weird how like
all three of us
how all that nervous system is still connected to
to
both brains?
so both can feel it. It's really a medical miracle. It really is that, like, you know.
Well, I don't know if it's a medical miracle. It's a natural miracle.
Well, it's a natural miracle, sure.
Or
Yeah. So
depends on how you
you're
look at
right.
it.
I mean, but just for medical science, it's just such a cool case study. So what happens when they have a kid? Whose is it? What happens when one wants to stop taking birth control and the other one doesn't?
I don't even know if their organs would allow them to, because I mean, it depends how their internal organs are set up, whether it could support that situation. You would have
Well, it's double the fucking organs, bro. It's got to be fine.
Well, from what I
they'll
understand-
like share a kidney or they'll share a heart.
From what I understand, if a woman doesn't want it, her organs can just shut down. It's just shut it off.
That's not true. Who said that, though? I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
Some Republican senator.
Yeah. Somebody said that. They're like, well, if you don't want to have a baby, just tell your body you don't want to have a baby.
If you don't like it, you can just get out.
Welcome to Texas.
Probably.
Right.
Everything's bigger.
Right.
Yeah, speaking of that, like nervous system, did I ever tell you that story about the guy who was paralyzed who came to my office?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Here?
On here?
Yep.
Did I?
Yep.
Jog my memory.
The dude was doing fucking upside down sit-ups,
Okay.
and he fell and
Okay.
shattered his neck, and it shot a shard of bone through his spinal cord and cut it, severed it, like up the top of his neck.
I don't remember this.
So he was like Christopher Reeves.
Right?
But didn't somebody fixed him though? Something like that, wasn't it?
No. So this is how cool your body is, and like fuck, and everybody doesn't recognize it. He was in the hospital. This is the same time that the Christopher Reeves shit was going on.
Okay.
So he's in the hospital. He can't feel anything from there down. They got him, all hooked up, all this shit, and they're like, "Well, you better start thinking about the rest of your life and this and that." And he goes, "Dude," he goes, "I sat there for 2 months in the hospital, and if you drive electrical signals through your brain to if you think about making your finger move, right?
Right.
You're driving a physical signal to that thing.
Right.
So you can reroute your nervous system by doing that. Like, it'll find a way to get there eventually.
Right.
He, after months and months, him sitting there every day, all I did was think about moving and moving.
Life will find a way.
Thank you, Jurassic Park. And so he's, every day they come in, they swipe his feet with the pinwheel and no sensation, no reflexes. And they're getting ready to like send this dude home.
They come in one day and they're like, "Well, buddy, I don't know." And he goes,
No. They came in and were like, "Wiggle your toes," and he wiggled his toe, and the lady's like, "Huh? That's not supposed to happen." He still.
That's not supposed to.
Well, here's the thing: they don't really fucking know.
No.
I mean, they know, but they don't really fucking know.
No. So he starts doing that, and they're like, "Holy shit!" Well, then he gets all the sensation back, gets all the stuff. He came to my office, works a full-time job, walks around, works on fucking heavy shit all the time. His neck is like.
Now, how nerve-wracking is that to work on him?
Dude, he wanted me to adjust his fucking neck.
Ooh.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot. But I mean, rerouted.
Could you feel shit in his neck different than others?
I mean, how it moves, because certain levels are fused up top. Where you didn't want to put motion up there. But
Right.
He rerouted his whole shit around what was still there.
Nice.
And worked. And,
Nice.
Yeah.
Junior Man could have done that same motherfucking shit.
All he had to do was get up.
All he had to do is get the fuck up.
But he had people that didn't want him to get up,
No, because they got paid for it.
and they kept him from getting up.
Rest in peace, Junior Man. I kind of miss you.
Yep.
I miss you, actually. Miss your fucking hijinks. Miss your fucking spirit.
That's a sad deal.
Yeah, I miss his spirit, man.
Yep. That's a bad deal.
We all need to go out and make terrible decisions with cars and fucking do it in the honor of fucking Junior Man. I miss that motherfucker.
What happened?
He got in a motorcycle wreck, and so
He died on scene. I thought. Didn't he die on scene?
Yeah, because
he died a couple of times actually. Didn't he?
do you know fuck, what's his real first name? He goes by JT, I think, on Facebook, but he works down at the Army Corps thing. He did the man cans. Yeah. Okay, so he was actually first on the scene, and fucking, I think, gave him CPR and shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Fucking brought him back to life, and then the paramedics got there, and
I think he died a couple times.
Yeah, and then so, how long did he live after that? A year?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, like a year.
Like a year.
Maybe a little longer than that.
Yeah, maybe, because he got a settlement, and then he was buying cars and he couldn't drive them, so people were driving him around. But his family figured out a way of getting paid for watching him, being caretakers or whatever, right? And I don't think anybody was certified.
Nope.
Yeah, and so the money would keep coming in if he couldn't move. So he didn't go to physical therapy a lot. It was just a whole lot of terrible decisions made, but also by him, because he could have made a lot of decisions to make his life to where he'd still be here now and probably walking around, getting strip club names tattooed on his fucking body. He was fucking awesome. This guy had, we always say 0 fucks to give.
Yeah, he had 0 to give.
Dude, he loved his kids. He fucking loved to have fun.
Like fucking 25 of them.
He had a bunch, but he fucking lived life on his fucking terms, no matter what. The dude was homeless one day. He was living in a Malibu. I said, "Bro, you're not homeless, homie. You're staying in Malibu."
Right.
And he goes, "Oh, yeah, man. Thanks. I'm living in Malibu." He was, dude. He come in all sad. I'm like, "Nah, bro, you ain't homeless. You're living in Malibu." And he goes, "Oh yeah." Then they took the car, and he's like, "Bro, they took the Malibu." I'm like, "Well,
Kicked me out of Malibu."
Yeah, now you're actually homeless. So here's a tent. Remember, we gave him a bunch of camping supplies to fucking sleep in and shit, man. So it's like, 'cause it was warm weather. So, but yeah, no. Rest in peace, Junior Man. I miss you, bro. It kept my spirit fucking hungry. So my tattoo decisions on point. That dude would tattoo a fucking strip club on his, like, the name of a strip club. Their whole logo, he'll tattoo it on him so he can get in free.
Seems like a solid move.
Dude, but he was.
Doesn't really
What
seem like that bad of a decision.
was he not nice as fuck though?
He was a good dude.
He was a good fucking dude. You know, he never did us wrong.
I don't say any bad things about him because he's passed away. But
Well,
there's probably some bad things that have been said about him.
Well, he's never done me wrong on any fucking deal. Maybe.
No, he never. I don't know that he ever did anybody wrong. But
I'm sure there's some baby mamas that could say
yeah.
something, you know, but when the fuck don't they?
Right.
You know, that's just their job. So,
Started painting my office today. Finally.
the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were gonna call.
It's prime. No, I didn't start doing it.
Oh, you had? I thought we were gonna fucking.
Dude, if you, I had it. What do you call it? Tuck pointed
Oh shit!
because it needed to be tuck pointed.
Did you get a grant for that?
that happened last week, didn't it?
What, the tuck pointed?
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I seen somebody out there last week
They're probably-
working on something.
It might just be like you probably did.
I thought I did. I went down and talked to Jonas Thursday. I
So
think.
they were power washing. So it got tuck pointed like 2
Oh,
weeks
okay.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
they
then
were power washing.
They were power washing after the tuck pointing, and then it rained and shit. They were supposed to start last week. They started priming it today. So the whole building's primed now.
Is it gray or primed white or
Primed white.
primed white?
And then it's going to be painted with
Black.
two coats of white.
Oh, you're not going black?
No, white.
I thought you were gonna
all
go
the-
black.
All the trim and caps on this roof and the awning out front, all be black.
Oh no shit! For some reason was the original plan to go all black. I really fucked up. I really thought you were painting that thing all black.
Yeah, it's just good. Dude, just primed, it looks fucking good.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for it to be.
That,
Yeah,
that is it. The jewelry store down there that's for sale now.
yeah. Myers is closed.
That looked like it was. That looked like a cheap price.
Well, I didn't see the price.
149 or something like that.
That's not
Yeah,
terrible.
That
That's a
seemed
long
like
building.
a cheap price down there.
You gotta get rid of all the fucking sinks,
all the bowls.
all the bowls, bro.
All the balls.
All them hair doing bowls, all that hair clogged in them drains, bro. Fuck that.
Dude, I don't know. I always ask all these hairstylists that come in, or hairstylists, sorry, whatever they call them, beauty operators. That's old school. Whatever they are.
Yeah.
They
sure.
probably have a system in the drain
So-
someplace.
They
that-
got to
that
like a
deals
bunch
with
of
that.
fucking
Yeah.
screens you pull out.
They
Probably choppers.
one of the biggest
Probably chopper.
causes of stroke is laying backwards in a fucking hair bowl.
What?
Really?
Yeah, that's what my
Does
mom-
it like push something where?
It's just any kind of extension and rotation will cause really a lot of strain on your arteries. So on the list of causes of stroke,
Fucking getting your hair done?
way up there.
I thought it was the prices.
That too.
Oh.
But yeah,
So-
so like I ask all these ladies, I'm like, do you guys have insurance? Not to freak them out, but I'm
Right.
like, because everybody talks shit about chiropractors, right?
Right.
We're like 35,000 down on the list, and they're in like close to being in the top 10.
Of causing chiropractors can cause a stroke.
Well, sure, bro. If you
From what?
adjust wrong
With like anything can cause it. But I'm saying is it'd be like rotate.
a head neck rotation. So picture your head in a bowl,
so-
and then a chiropractor fucking just pulling wrong.
So that's why I don't do rotation with my adjustments.
I don't know what you mean by that.
So I don't spin your head like The Exorcist.
Okay.
I do
yeah.
lateral flexion, so I bend you to the side. So,
Right,
so that
right.
puts far less tension on the
Arteries
on
that
the arteries in your neck.
feed to your brain.
Because your vertebral artery goes up through your first cervical vertebra. There's a hole in it, and so when you rotate your neck and do an extension and stuff like that, it puts a lot of strain on your vertebral artery, and so you can shear it and do all kinds. So backing out of looking over your shoulder to back out of your car out is one of those top things too. Just back
No
your car,
shit.
Yeah.
So
What?
No, what's nice though is my back.
You've gotta have. There's gotta be a caveat to that. There
No.
has to be. There has to be. That's a movement everybody's made for since the beginning of humans.
No, if you have defects in your system or you have
yeah, there's a caveat. If you're prone to stroke anyway, you will.
or you
This
have
is
arterial disease, vascular
Right,
disease,
right,
or
right.
you have
right. Then this is really, really bad for you to do.
yeah.
But like, if there's nothing, if you don't have, then you're probably fucking fine.
Why
your
is there no
entire life.
awareness on that?
No, but those people. But it doesn't matter if you're prone to it or not. It still causes people who has it to have a stroke, right? So I'm like, if they don't know it, you have all those blue hairs in there getting their fucking hair done.
You're cutting the blood off to the fucking brain.
Yeah.
No shit.
Crazy.
And usually what it is it doesn't necessarily throw a clot, but what it does is it'll
Pinch it off?
it'll shear, cause a tear in your artery from the tension,
which
causes
can
a clot.
Which can cause a clot.
And then 5 hours later, you turn your head again and it's gone.
Oh.
Damn.
You're, I just
You know what's really fucked up is when my neck hurts, I sleep like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
it's not so much.
it's not the angle. It's like the pressure there and the rotation.
And they're turning your head when they're clenching your head.
It feels good though. It feels really good.
No, you want extension in your neck because that's what keeps a curve in it, right? But it's that so you're extending and then you're rotating and you're putting a lot of tension on stuff.
Right.
So.
Huh.
Right. As we all do it, so that we know what not to do.
Yeah.
So we all sit and do it.
Well, if we have a
know
stroke
what to
now,
do.
I mean, there's
Right.
at least somebody else here to call.
Right.
Mox is like,
Yeah.
Right.
she's like, fuck y'all motherfuckers.
That's crazy.
You want a cigar? 9 weeks isn't old enough.
Yeah, you're too young, girl.
Yeah, it's sleeping. So, yeah, I'll have to drive by and check the building out.
Yeah, so I'm sure they'll put the first coat on tomorrow and then start.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday's looking good weather-wise, so you guys they'll have a couple days
Oh, it was
clear.
supposed to rain tomorrow.
But not what the app just said. I could have swore I just looked. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, but
Or no, maybe Wednesday, Thursday is dry.
It was Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
you said.
We just looked at it.
Yeah, tomorrow's the 70%.
so that'll finally be done now that I can work on getting the inside the way I want it.
Nice.
So hopefully,
No grants, no nothing. Just fucking sheer determination.
yes, sir.
You're a man of my people.
Fuck that shit, man.
Fuck that shit. Fuck their control over you. That's the fucking thing. Fuck kissing that ass. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's sucking that dick. You don't suck that dick.
I mean, if it was a conjoined twin,
Which dick would you smoke?
Right.
That would.
Which one?
That's terrible. If you're sucking one dick and the other one's hitting you on the side of the cheek.
She's like,
Fucking just pokes you in the eye. God damn it.
you're like, fucking Bob, stop it.
That guy that lived to his 60s with 2 dicks and 3 legs. Do you think like the third leg got in the way of the action? Where was the third leg?
No, he used it to like pin her down towards him.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Why was he not the master
He'd
of
be
kung
great,
fu?
Great jujitsu.
Oh fuck, forget about it, bro.
Great leg wrestler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could have him in what's a leg move? What's a leg move name?
A leg move.
You can get him in
Yeah.
two.
I mean, he would just have you
Double ankle locks, one side.
sweet body triangle, and
Right.
then probably triangle you around your neck too.
I bet the one was I bet the one was probably pretty weak.
They were all different sizes, which is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
So like mine are 2 different sizes now, right? My legs. We were talking about legs, right?
Yeah, significant,
Okay. Yeah, not the dicks. I only got one.
The
I
dicks
only
were
got
probably two different sizes.
Well, they
too.
have to be, right? So, did he only have 2 balls? The guy with 3 legs and 2 dicks? Did he only have 2 balls?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
I'm looking it up right now. You got the dog.
I don't have my Jamie tool.
I know. That's cool. I got Meta AI to help.
Dude, what is all that shit popping up?
I don't know. Fuck, it pissed me off the other day. I just wanted to look up Max's dinner special, and it's like, whoa, here's a... I'm like, dude, fuck Christ, man. Just let me go to his page. Why are you being an asshole about it?
I'm subscribed to pages that I never subscribed to. I have to go and unsubscribe to them in order to get them out of my newsfeed. I'm never subscribed to
Really?
them. Yeah, never subscribed. Some blonde-headed girl that talks about coffee and food. I've never subscribed to that.
God, dude. That's happened to me on like Instagram, where there's
God.
people that show up, and it's not a suggested thing.
No,
like,
I had
Yeah.
to unsubscribe to this thing.
yeah, and they'll be there. I'm like, I never followed this fucking person.
Right.
Why is this shit in my? And so it's weird. So I wonder if there's like, either it's doing it automatically, or there's like people inside getting paid to like have.
Oh, I bet they're forcing it through. I bet so. If you run a like a for sale group, right? So like I run a for sale page, 618 automobile cars and parts or some shit like that. I don't remember what it is, but I'm an admin over there on it, and it's member only. You have to ask to join. Nobody can just post. And every once in a while, we'll get the spam posts in there, and these people aren't members. So how did they post? Well, it's because Facebook forces it through. So they're posting on Marketplace, and they're clicking all these things as they go, and then Facebook, and then ours will be one of them, and Facebook just forces it through. So even though they can't post because they're not members, Facebook just kind of forces it, and it comes through anyway. So, and it's like that's what it is. They're just forcing it through.
Damn.
They're probably paying for some package or some shit or something, you know what I mean? And they're just forcing it through.
Okay, dude. Did you see how heavy? Maybe you don't. I mean, you maybe don't pay attention to the shit, but how heavy they are. You know what short selling is?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See how heavy
Where are they
they're
shorting
Donald Trump stock?
Oh, are they really?
Oh, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
imagine they're trying to fuck him any which way they can.
So it ran up to say when it got public, it ran up to like $70, right? And then it dropped to like $40. So it got to $40, and I'm like, it'll probably that's what it was before it went public. It'll probably stay there. So I sold these things called a cash secured put. And a put, when you buy a put, you're expecting it to go down.
Right.
Okay. When you sell a put, you want it to go up.
Sure.
Right.
But because you're betting it's going to go up. So for that selling a put, which is an option, you get a premium. So let's say it was for October. Okay. I sold two $45 puts. So I'm hoping before then it goes above 45. I got a $25 premium for those puts. So 25 times 100 is what? 2,500. So I got $5,000 for selling those two puts. So that's how the game's played. So you get that. Now, that means if any point before there somebody exercises that option, I get those shares for 45 minus 25. So $20. So I really don't want it to go below $20.
Right.
Because I'm getting $5,000. Okay. So I don't want it to go below $20.
And when do you get the $5,000? When's the deadline?
Instantly.
Okay.
But you want to hold on to it in case they get exercised. So, because you have to purchase the shares.
Right.
So you have to purchase the shares at 45, but you're really getting them at 20 because you got that premium.
Okay.
So I'm thinking $40. It's not going to keep going down. Dude, they shorted it down like mid 20s, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to get this fucking stock. And so I went to like sell it or to buy back my things, and it was like they have it listed on what it costs to borrow the stock. So if you short sell a stock, you're borrowing it. And the people and the companies, the market makers, they'll charge you a percentage, like a fig or whatever.
I would just hang on to them.
I'm going to.
Because that'll be over with in a couple months.
Oh, I know. And so, but they charge you a vig for like.
So, and if he goes to prison, then his stock should go up, right? Because that's the way memorabilia works.
Only if he dies.
Anyways, the cost to borrow on it was like, to borrow one share is like 500%. So that's how hard they're shorting it.
Right.
Because it's not available. So they just kept shorting it. Now it's back up to almost 40. So it's okay. But like, it's wild how hard they were doing it when that trial was starting. Just to like scare it. Because, you know, because he's the majority shareholder. So
right.
it loses the money. It loses money on paper. He loses billions of dollars.
Right.
So they were just shorting the shit out of it. It's wild. It's kind of like a GameStop situation.
Well, it's all nonsense any fucking way.
Yeah, it's just fake shit.
It's all cheating is what it is. It's all more methods of cheating. I tried to watch this documentary on the 2020 election. I couldn't even make it, and it was in favor of them cheating. And I know they cheated. I mean, there hasn't been a fair election in this country since Kennedy. But I couldn't get through it because there was just so much bullshit. So much one-sided bullshit that I couldn't, even in the favor of what I agree with, and it was still, I could still see all the one-sided bullshit, and I had to turn it off. Cool documentary on Legato though, called Apex.
I quit paying for it.
It's about the Cannonball Run.
Ah, damn it.
Yep.
I love
Did you ever
Cannonball
watch
Run.
that movie, Cannonball Run?
Yes.
When I was a kid, that was the coolest shit. man.
That was the Gumball Run, wasn't it? No, Gumball's what we do now.
Gumball. No.
Gumball
what they do
Rally.
now is Apex.
Oh.
It went from Cannonball to no, Gumball is something else. The guy who beat the record in 2003, he was a Gumball competitor. That's where you're getting the Gumball thing from, probably. It went from Cannonball to US Express, and now I don't really think there's a race anymore, but now it's just people looking to see if it's down to 25 hours.
So do you know how they do that? Did they show them like putting all the fuel cells
all
in
the
the
fuel
fucking
cells,
station wagon?
Yeah.
Was it the Audi wagon that did it in 25 hours?
I don't know which one did it 25 hours. I watched. I got all the way down to I think the guy the documentary was about the guy that did it in 30 hours, 23 minutes or some shit like that.
So they
and then I watched a video afterwards on YouTube about the guy who got it down to 2013.
I think that's the Audi.
He
if
got
I
it down
remember
to
right.
2000. No, that was a Mercedes.
Yeah, but was it a wagon?
No,
No.
it was a coupe. It was a Mercedes coupe.
'Cause-
D badge. But that Apex is, dude, it's neat because so they're in the car filming, like they're documenting
Sure.
the whole thing. They've got this spotter plane and they got all these CBs and police scanners and all this fucking fancy shit, right? Like there's no way you're sleeping in this fucking thing. They got it so full of shit. And at one point in Oklahoma, I think the cops are on. Somebody calls them in.
Right.
Because they're doing like fucking three
Yeah.
figures down the fucking highway. Somebody calls
Sure.
them in, and so the cops are actively looking for them.
Right.
And for a blue or gray, I can't remember what color car it was, sedan.
Right.
They were in a BMW sedan. And so they pull off the road and they freaking out, pull off the road. I'm like, what the fuck? You've got to sit for like an hour if you pull off the road. There goes your fucking time, bud.
Right.
But they pull off the road and everything. And then I don't think they sat that long. I think they just got off for a couple minutes. They got back on. And they're coming down the road, two state troopers sitting right in the middle of 40. And or whatever it is through Oklahoma, they're right in the middle of 40.
Both actually, 44 and 40.
And they get right alongside a semi-truck and they just hide as they go past them.
No shit.
Fucking good job, boys.
Hey,
Good fucking
nice.
job. So, but it brought you there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Put him in the old, what do you call it, the rocking chair or whatever was it on?
Smoking a Bandit. Yeah, I don't remember. I think it is the rocking chair. So, the movie,
It's a good documentary though. I don't know if you can find it on Prime or whatnot. But
The Greatest Showman, with Hugh Jackman as P.T.
Barnum.
He is this Lentini guy. He was born in Italy, and he was born Francisco
is that the two dick guy?
two dick, three-legged.
I got two dicks, one for each of you.
He was disgraced by his family. He was the where was it? He was where's the early life? Because that was pretty. I thought that was. Oh, he was the fifth of 12 children. So he would have been fifth and sixth.
Yeah.
But he was the fifth of 12 children.
But he half ate his brother.
Yeah, disgraced initially. His
Everything
parents.
but the dick, which means he wasn't gay because he ate everything but the dick.
You solved it. You cracked the code.
Right, crack the code. I can't eat that dick.
So anyway, he went to Naples. They did some things. He was born with a parasitic twin. The twin was attached to his body at the base of his spine and consisted of a pelvic bone, a rudimentary set of male genitalia.
Rudimentary.
So, yeah. And then a full-size leg extending from the right side of his hip. So, for viewing references, you can ride a motorcycle and kick a soccer ball with ease.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, one leg was 36. No, pardon me,
Look,
30.
it's got an arm on it.
Doesn't have an arm on it.
On the leg. Look at the leg.
It's got it tattooed on it. Oh, he does have something right there. Is that
the tail or an arm or something?
Yeah, look.
It's the other leg, maybe.
Well, that could be the fourth leg. So, who's his seamstress?
Right.
Who's his? I thought Robert Waldo had issues. This motherfucker.
Does that esthetician cross that for him?
Right. So,
Like, oh.
so do you think the extra nuts are in this crotch, or do you think they're over here? Because it's two pelvis.
It's on the
Two pelvic bones.
It's on the right side. It has to be on the right side.
You would think it'd be over here, right?
Yeah, it's got to be right there.
Yeah, it's got to be right there.
Yeah, what's he do about the smegma?
What's that?
Schmegma?
Yeah.
He's got two taints.
The schmegma is what's under your, like, if you have an anteater, what's under the hood of your anteater. Builds up.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not circumcised, it's called
That's nasty.
schmegma.
That's
That's
nasty.
a medical term.
Is it? I don't know if I believe you.
I swear, look it up, schmegma.
I'm not.
Schmegma.
That's not even a real
sounds
word.
Like a good medical term.
Yeah.
Did you, I want to know, I want you to know I'm not lying. Look up schmegma.
Schmegma.
Oh shit.
Schmegma is a thick, cheesy-looking secretion
Ugh.
around your genitalia that collects when you don't wash them regular. It can be white or yellow. It's a combination of oils
God, stop.
from your dead skin cells.
Fuck.
Preventions and how to get rid of it. Take a shower.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking pull this son of a bitch out and wash it.
right. Sweat and other fluids also. It isn't a sexually transmitted disease or infection, and it isn't harmful. However, it can help create an ideal environment for bacteria to grow and feed,
And unpleasant odor, I'm sure.
which makes a strong smelling odor. Does it smell like them trees? The Bradford pear?
Semen trees.
The Bradford pears? Is that where? Is that
The
it?
smegma trees.
The
It's called-
smegma
Speaking
trees?
Speaking of, the tree cum has been terrible this year.
Yeah, tree con. Well, it's been windy as fuck.
Terrible.
I thought we like moved to Chicago or something this week.
I washed that fucking Jeep last week,
Yeah, Holly's.
and it was covered. By the time I was done, before I could like get to it with the wax
Detail.
with
Right.
the wax,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
fucking covered again. I had to fucking rinse it off and dry it, and it was terrible. It was bad. And then because it's a Jeep, it's got all them nook and crannies
Sure.
where all the fender flares and everything fit.
Yeah, yeah.
And them whirlybirds were just stuck right in them son of a bitches instantly.
Did she tell
I
you?
was so fucking mad about that.
Did she tell you about her last Jeep? So she was parked down at the Grafton pub, right? They got a boat down there in that marina. So they were parked on the road, right there on the river road. You can pull off in front of the Grafton pub. It's right across from Grafton Winery, the 2-story one.
Okay.
So somebody is at Bobby G's or one of those other little bars right there across the street. It's a girl and a guy. I think they have his mom's car out. So this couple, they have his mom's car out. They're out drinking. They get in a fight. So she takes the car and she romps down the road going away from Alton, turns around and comes flying the fuck back in to Grafton.
Okay.
Right? So just a little, doing a drive-by, but the wrong speeds. So she smokes like 2, 3, 4 cars, hits the fucking Grafton pub building. Holly and her guy, Tim, are inside. They hear the building shakes. Like, this bitch hits so hard.
Damn.
She glanced off, car, hits building shakes. One of those cars that got, coolers out, like fucking just annihilated because it was a Jeep, top was down. So everything inside is fucking gone. Like, it hit so hard, it knocked the cooler out of the back of the fucking Jeep. It was so fucking, such an impact. So, anyway, so she got a new Jeep. Because that one was fucked. It was on the cover, like her, the front page of the.
Yeah, lady died. Who hit her? Didn't she?
Later on, I think she did pass away. Like, she wasn't dead at the scene, but she died later after. I don't know if they might have taken her by helicopter. Yeah. So she was going at such a high rate of speed, and I don't know what car it was or anything like that. I don't think it's anything, hopped up or anything.
Right.
I think she was just.
Wasn't a killdozer?
It was not a killdozer, but it was the mentality probably was at that time. I'm done with all you motherfuckers.
Trying to fuck on me?
Right. Yeah. Whatever.
Fuck on you.
Right. So, Yeah, actually, I remember that now. She died like probably 4 or 5 days later. She passed away. So, like the poor mom's car insurance, right? Not even in the car. You know she's canceled, bro.
Right.
Like you got to repair 4 cars in a building. No, you're out. Mine doubled when Emily booped some lady's bumper.
Speaking of Jeeps, can I give a shout out today?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. How many minutes are we in?
Yeah, we're an hour in, so
Yeah,
it won't really
nobody's
matter.
hearing, so go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's just he did me a solid. So,
Okay.
So I walked out of the house this morning. That's why this little cutie's with me. I walked out of the house and Melissa was sitting on 2 rims.
Oh, 2 flats?
So it was alright. I was already running late, so I filled them up real fast, backed it up, found the problem. It was two nails. I saw the heads of them, right?
Right.
But they were close enough, I thought, to the sidewall. I was like, I don't know if they can plug these.
You can plug sidewall as long as it's not. I mean, you need to go straight to the tire shop, but you can plug it and go somewhere.
I just didn't know. So
Right.
I was like, she's like, I'm so scared to drive. Can Melissa even get me to take Sailor to school? I'm like, you can get Sailor to school. But I go, I'm going to call and I'm going to look up some stuff, see how I can get you in somewhere to get new tires today.
Right.
Because be done with it.
Right.
Well, like, so I looked at Walmart. And it was like they couldn't get until Wednesday.
Right.
And so I wrote Yates and Bill and Joe's. And
Yeah.
He got her in. And I said, hey, just go ahead and get her to 4 new tires. And he's like, he was honest and said, he's like, the tires are still got enough to get you to the Christmas,
Right.
to winter. He's like, and I can plug them. So he just plugged them for free and hooked it up and sent her on the
Drove
way.
out there to
Yeah.
Collinsville?
No. She came down to Wood River, but still, like he
Right.
took care of it because he could have just sold me a $1,000 worth of tires.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Good job, Mr. Yates. I saw him down at the coffee shop. It looked like it was banging down there. And, I was in a hurry. I was going somewhere. Oh, I had to go to Steve's. So I was cutting through that way in the S10. So doing the mulch. Chuck and I mulched Steve's property.
Wow.
3 truckloads of mulch. So, but he says if you put that much mulch on, the weeds won't come up.
My ass. Yes, they will. Yeah, they will.
See, I agree with that.
They will.
So and that's why I'm like, I just don't. If it makes them happy, what do I care? But
Right,
it's one of those things where I'm like, dude, that's so much more. That he puts it down like fucking thick, bro.
Speaking of another mulch progression here, so like when we were little, or maybe it was probably after we were little, but the playgrounds they had shredded tires, right?
That was way after I was little.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so,
Plain Park still has shredded tires.
right, but they're actually shredded tires.
Yeah.
So like we went to this park with Rex on Saturday, like Jefferson Barracks Park.
Right? Was that when Say was dropping in? Yeah.
Well, she wanted to go play at a park. Oh, that was there. So I'm sitting there at the edge of the park, and it looks like it's mulch.
Right. Like
Exactly
wood mulch.
like aesthetically looks like mulch, but it was fucking rubber tires.
No, sure.
And they were like colored and painted, but like printed like it was mulch, but it was rubber tires.
Nice.
And I was like, these fancy motherfuckers.
That's probably no. It's that place. The old. It's on Tully Lane in Godfrey. It used to be Bottles. I think it was Owens. Illinois.
yeah.
It's on. You know where Dairy Queen is on Godfrey Road? Mm-hmm. That's Tully Lane. There was a factory back there. I think that was one
Owens,
part.
Illinois was on Broadway.
I know, but there was another OI up there.
there?
Yeah, because my grandpa worked for OI until he retired. They had another thing up there, and in Godfrey, because that was close to the Boxport Mead Lake.
Your grandpa worked there?
Yeah, my
Dairy
grandpa
Queen.
worked.
My grandma worked at the one on here.
Yeah, he worked
So
down
the-
here forever.
The one between Humbert and the school, that's Tully Lane?
Yeah, that's Tully Lane.
Okay.
And then there's a factory back there. It had
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
It was an OI branded building. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they made the bottles like they did down here.
It's right on the other side of the tracks from Hamilton.
Where the fuck you? It's across the street from the post office right there.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Tracks for Hamilton?
Right across the railroad tracks from Hamilton. Hamilton Steel.
I
I know where it is. Yeah.
Sure. So I think they're on the same side of the tracks, actually. Both are on the same side. Because you cross the tracks, it's a State Farm agent. There used to be a landscaping place. So
Okay,
I lived
okay.
up there. They're both on the same side, right?
Okay.
So that place actually takes tires and cuts them up for mulch and sends them around the country. Yeah.
That's why I thought it was on the other side, because the landscaping place was
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The
That's why I
landscaping
thought-
place is on the other side of the tracks.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. Hamilton City. Now I'm seeing the sign, but
right.
yeah. So that used to be an OI place. So I don't know what they did for OI, but I know that they shipped a lot of bottles right up the road to the next one, which is Pearl, and Pearl had the box port, and that had the lake on it, and that was like an OI lake, right? So the box port's where they built all the boxes.
Pearl's the one Casey's is on.
Yep. Pearl's where Casey's is, and then before the tracks again. So those tracks played at
right by where Russ is. Yep.
yeah, right across the street from Russ. You take that road down, that was Boxport. And I threw a whole bunch of weed seeds around that fucking lake a long time ago. Like a whole bunch. Like
I went down.
fucking 1996, I think.
I went down and seen Jonas Thursday, I think. I don't remember what day it was, but one of them days.
Sheepy? Oh.
She was stretching.
All over him. Anyway, I went down and I seen Jonas. We were talking about over on where Illinois Power used to be, right down here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Alongside the creek.
$3 million.
So when we were younger, and I didn't realize Jonas was around at the time, but when we were younger, there used to be a huge weed, like a lot, and me and no other names mentioned,
Right.
went over there and we garbage bags,
Yeah.
full. Got shot at one time taking them.
Oh, nice.
And just full, and he remembered that, and he was like, "I remember when you guys did that." And it was all. I was like, "Yeah, we got shot at," and then I was like, "Funny story." Wingnut worked for the Levy District, right? At that later on, Wingnut worked for Levy District, and we got paid to burn all that.
Nice.
Well, he got paid
Yeah.
to burn all that, but of course we went.
Yeah.
Everybody went, and when we got there, there were people there watching.
Yeah.
They, like they would not leave. They were not allowed to leave him alone.
Sure.
Right? There had to be people there to
Yeah,
monitor
yeah.
the fact that it was all getting cut and burnt.
Right.
So it wasn't just him. It was
Yeah.
it was
there's
a lot of workers.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
but we were allowed to be there.
That's
so,
cool. Yeah, got to watch.
Yeah.
How much was it? Like
acres.
no shit.
A lot. It was
Acres?
A fucking lot, and it was buried in the woods right there.
No shit.
And it was, it was the woods
Yeah,
all the way
yeah,
around
yeah.
it. And it was Illinois Power property, so nobody was supposed to be on it.
Right.
So, they didn't use that shit. So
I tried to grow weed at Deer Park, but the deer ate it all.
I can't tell you how many times we planted weed in the woods behind the house and it never went nowhere.
How the fuck you can't get weed to grow?
Right, weed
Weed, bro.
Weed.
It grows when
It
you don't
never-
want it to grow.
never went nowhere. So
Jesus, out.
it wouldn't grow.
Moxie, you're probably the worst guest we've had.
Right.
Don't say a
Terrible
fucking
guess.
word. Said like 3 words.
She had a rough day.
Whoa, yeah. First day working.
Entertaining clients and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah,
patients
yeah.
and
Did you put her on like people's backs for like a little puppy massage first?
yeah, like she's like, hello, and she'd have her
Right,
back.
right, yeah, and just kind of walk around. You need a shop cat to like make some muffins first, get them warmed up before you.
It's like a biscuit maker.
Right, yeah.
$16 an hour.
Sitting there just fucking. Oh yeah, how's that? And I'm like, this is better than the electroshocks. This is nice. I was keeping an eye on the bonus daughter's cat while she went camping last week, and so the cat was obviously lonely, right?
Right.
So as soon as I sit down and hop up, and I
It's got Rick.
yeah, well, it's not allowed downstairs because Rick keeps them. If they come down to the first level, they become downstairs cats. There's a
cats.
there's a war between downstairs cats and upstairs cats. It's a whole thing, bro. Upstairs cats don't go outside. Downstairs cats do. They get so much more freedom. They get better food. They get more love. They get to go hunting zucchinis at night. I mean, there's a whole lifestyle downstairs cats get that upstairs cats don't. Right? There's so many cats at my house, bro. So many. So anyway, they.
Scary.
So I'd sit there, and she hopped up. She's real sweet. And her name's Cow. She's black and white spotted like a cow. And fat like a cow. And so she hopped up on me, and I sat down. And so I got like laundry going, So I sit there and wait for the washer to get done. So it's up there fucking. And then it starts like doing this, and I was like, "Oh, aren't you cute?" And then it's like fucking the nails come out, and I'm like, "Oh God, how long do I let this go for?" Like, bro, fuck,
Acupuncture.
Yeah, right, yeah. I think that was like the day I wiped out. I think it was close to then, and I was just trying to sit somewhere where I could breathe and not jerk around.
Hey, did you You did acupuncture on my dad's shoulder, didn't you?
No.
You didn't?
You don't do acupuncture at all, do
I
you?
thought you did acupuncture. You did something. You did something and fixed my dad's shoulder a week or so ago.
Just my hands, bro.
2 weeks ago. Because he come back bragging about it, and I was like, "Fuck you! I'm still doing this. Like, fuck you."
Well, he didn't separate his fucking shoulder.
Right,
man.
right, right. It's fine now. It's good. It's good again now. Except for I wake up and I have an ache from here all the way down to here.
Do you want me to adjust it on camera right now?
It's so bad. You can do whatever you want.
That'd be tight.
You want to do it on camera?
No, I might tear his shoulder again.
Him screaming would be great. Take a mic, bro. Take a mic with you.
Right.
All right. Turn on that mic.
But I don't know what it is, but when I wake up, it just aches from here all the way down. It
It's
just
you
aches.
separated your AC joint. It's probably out of place.
Still?
Well, when
Oh,
it's healing, it's going to shift and stuff.
Right.
So, like,
Oh, it pops like twice a day. Yeah.
Like loud, crazy.
Yeah.
So I was walking Kevlar. Kevlar's 140-pound Great Dane, right? Who is less than 18 months, so still puppy in his mind, right?
Right.
But he's heavier than a grown-ass man.
Right.
And so we do this thing where he picks up a stick and he throws it up in the
You
air.
do this thing where he does whatever the fuck he wants.
Kind of, yeah. So he's so strong. So he's jumping around. And at one point, I didn't fucking... I wasn't watching him. I was probably watching where I was walking. But he went fucking this way, and I wasn't ready. And something popped that's never popped up here. And I freaked the fuck out like I was going to be, like...
did it feel great?
Bro, it kind of did. It kind of didn't feel bad. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
mean-
so... But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what did he just fucking dislocate? And so I'm like, I'm still holding, because he stays on my right side, right? So I'm like, he comes back in, and I'm like, this is still fucking moving, you know? And I'm like, so whatever it was, it caused no pain, like, but it fucking scared the shit out of me because it was such a snap, and that's what it was. Like, it just, he took all, and he just snapped it weird, and it popped like up high, and I was like, oh God. I was so panicked, but it didn't, nothing came of it, so it was fantastic. So
Here's a question I have that reminded me. Would that cause like if I tore the muscle, would that cause like muscle to like decline, like to feel like it's not there no more? Because I can feel a difference between this arm and this arm now.
I mean,
Like in
As
muscle,
far as
it's
the
what
size?
feels like muscle mass. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I can barely feel. I can feel something before I can feel the bone in this arm, right?
Okay.
But in this arm, it's like I can just feel the bone.
Here's the thing.
all right.
Yes, but not for the reason that you think. It'd be more of like, for the time it's been injured, you have not been using that the way you
okay.
would the other one.
Yeah,
So it's
yep.
more like atrophy from disuse.
Yeah.
Now, you can't have atrophy.
Which is why this one hurts now.
Yeah.
Because it's soaked up all what this one can't do.
So you could have atrophy from like nerve damage, but that would be different because you're still able to functionally use the muscle, right? And
Right.
So you don't have a loss of impulse to that muscle. It's
Right,
probably
right.
disuse atrophy.
It's just a little weak. Yeah, it's just.
But
a
it'll
little-
come back when
Right,
you
right,
start
right.
like using it and stuff. So
Right.
I mean that's what I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, this one's sore right here now. It's sore right here now, but I just attribute it to the fact that it's taking up a lot of slack.
Right.
It's doing a lot more
Like jerking off
work.
your parasitic.
Yeah, right. It's doing a lot more. I can't switch no more. It's all this arm.
Parasitic twin jack off. So he had to be like over here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
know.
still on this.
Yeah,
It's just like-
kinda.
It's like a shake weight. He's
Yeah.
on the side of the-
But if it was rudimentary.
So that does make it gay again because now
Yeah.
it's not even, you can't confuse it with the
No,
other one.
yeah.
It's
you-
a completely
you're-
separate thing.
But I wonder if he could feel it. That's the key.
And which one do you decide to pee out of?
Ooh.
What if you pee out of both of them?
And then how do you can't even sit
You're
on the
just
toilet
peeing-
that
you're
way.
just peeing outside
You
right
can't
there.
sit on the toilet like that. Because that's over there. It's over there.
Now you're just peeing outside forever.
You are peeing outside forever. You're right. So he joined
with
us.
a bucket right next to it. Well, back then it was probably just 2 buckets any fucking way.
Well, I mean, so he died in the States. He got his citizenship when he was in his 30s. And I'm on smegma.
Schmegma.
Get off smegma, please. Yeah, don't. Why did I go so deep on the smegma? But yeah. So he
Go
married.
down a schmegma hole.
He married a lady. I did. I had to go down the smegma hole. He married a lady, And they had 4 kids together. And
All normal.
yeah, it doesn't say that they're not. But then, so he got married in 1907. He got married, divorced. They separated in 1935. He began a new life with Helen Shoup, with whom he lived until his death. He died of lung failure in Jackson, Tennessee.
I'm going to Jackson.
I can't find any photos of his second dick, though. I don't know.
Just look up, Google like rudimentary genitalia.
You know
Well,
what?
wait a minute.
What?
Where's your AI? We could just have Drew plug it into the AI. What would this guy's rudimentary genitalia look
Right.
like?
Rudimentary genitalia.
I found this description of AI earlier, ChatGPT AI.
Images.
It's just a bunch of people. So it's so good because it's just a bunch of humans. You type it up and then they describe it for you and send it back out.
I mean, they're pretty quick with it.
And then so you're reading that, right? And the guy did such a good job. He's typing. This was on Reddit. He did such a good job of explaining it. You're like, huh? Like you believe it, right? Right? You're reading it. You're if you're not thinking about it, you're believing it. And then it's was as believable as flat Earth. And then he goes, also, little known fact, Tesla's autopilot is just some Indian kid with a video game. So he brings you back here. So you know he wants you to know he's just fucking with you. So he brings you back around with that shit, and it's hilarious. And then
Some Indian kid playing GTA.
just some Indian kid playing
GTA.
a video game. And then what was the other one? Oh fuck, what was the other one? He had another one right there too with the same joke, right in line with it. Is it still pulled up? It's still pulled up.
I can't believe she's still sleeping.
Yeah, she's sleeping a long time.
She probably has to pee so bad.
She didn't drink
Oh yeah,
that much.
it was autocorrect. It's just some illiterate kid in Arkansas.
If fucking Apple changes my fucks to duck one more time.
Right.
With a duck.
Oh fuck.
Trying to find his genitalia.
Oh Jesus.
The rest of it,
We can't even find Robert Wadlow's genitalia, and we're in his hometown.
There's blueprints of that somewhere.
There's got to be something somewhere of it. One of these buildings.
Steel erection service.
well, it was
One of
supposed
these
to be.
buildings is an
Supposed
X-ray.
to be in the safe, but it wasn't.
Right.
Man.
And there was gold in that
What a
safe.
letdown. You should have had Geraldo Rivera there to open the safe, and then it would have.
Yeah, he quit doing safes back in the fucking Capone
Hey,
days.
there was gold in that safe, though. There really was. It's true. It was true.
All right, paste. God, fucking phone. Fuck. All right.
Fuck. Schmegma.
Yeah, you already know, bro. I do want to see his genitalia.
Jesus Christ.
Are you sure you want to see this? Yes. Yes, I'm sure.
Bro, look at this photo.
Oh, Jesus.
That's some yoga pose that you can't do any other time. That's
Yeah.
not his genitalia. It's just fucking
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
right. So the third leg was 3 inches shorter than the rest of the legs. Dude, I found all kinds of photos of him. None of the balls, but yeah, I want to see more.
I mean, that's just wild no matter what.
Is this the new guy that's got it?
Yeah, I thought that building down there, I thought that was cheap for that building.
140 for there.
Yeah.
What's,
No, that was
what's cheap is a church we were looking at to move the gym to.
Yes, I heard all about it.
From who?
From who you think I heard it from?
Probably from
Well,
Jonas, since
that's
he
a
was.
different church.
Oh,
That's his church, which
oh.
is cool.
Right.
This other one though was on 3rd and Penning, and it was for sale for like $79, right?
Right. Third
Oh.
and penny. Third and penny.
It's closer to franchise, like on the one way going back towards, like, if you were on 6th Street, and you were going towards franchise,
Right.
and there's a one way that comes towards franchise. That's the one way, so that's Penning, right?
Beach.
Be-
Is it Beach? That runs from Fiona's all the way to
That's towards like Beasley's.
Rotary Park.
That's like that's that way towards Beasley's. This one,
Okay,
this,
okay.
This one's the one that comes towards franchise, the one way. So on the corner there, 3rd and that street, whether it's Penny or what, there's a church, big brick church, parking lot next to it, Really pretty. It was under contract, and I asked about it. Well, apparently that fell through, so they dropped it 10 grand, so it's 69. 69, bro.
Oh. So how do you say no to that?
I know, the Holy Rollers.
How do you say no to that?
It's a big fucking place. Well, now I want to write her and be like, hey, can we get there and look at it now that it's for sale again?
Man.
So,
hey, listen, Drew, if you get that, I was talking the other day to somebody, I don't remember who, and I was like, I don't know, dude, none of this works out. I'm just going to start a cult. So if you get that, church.
at night, you can have all the cult festivities you want.
Because I was like, dude, I fucking read philosophy and religion shit all the fucking time. Anyway, I could totally run a cult.
You could.
I got
Google
the
sucks.
knowledge to run a cult.
I hate to be a letdown on Jamie and do disgrace to both you and Jamie on Rogan's, but I cannot find any genitalia photos of Frank.
I'll conjure them up.
Just during the day. I mean, just any time. I mean, we can incorporate the cult in with the jujitsu. We can have this whole thing.
That'd be cool.
It's just this whole fucking
Jiu-jitsu
thing.
is a cult, though, and on its own.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can incorporate it into the. I'm loose on my cult. You know, I'm pretty loose on what I want to do here.
Yeah,
so.
fast and loose.
Are you going to get a 501c3?
No, I'm just going to ask for donations and then eventually apply for
Tax exempt, right?
for tax exempt.
That's
for
501.
religion tax
That's
exempt.
501c3.
Did I talk to you about like what the plan was if we got a building that was ours?
Right. No.
So
I haven't talked to you really in a while.
Well, I think
I know,
No,
'cause
well,
you're
no,
so
I think
busy.
he did. I think he did. You were going to open it up so kids have a place to go and.
no. Well, yes, that's always on the menu, but we still need a place that we're not afraid. We're not going to get rug pulled. I mean, it's ours.
Right.
But the problem with that is if we continue on with that, nobody's getting paid. If one person buys the building, they're building equity for themselves, which is that person making money, right? So,
Kind of.
yeah.
I mean,
So-
I bought a building and it hasn't paid off yet.
No, but I'm saying like if every month, if
probably still costing
if
money.
there's $1,000 in funds coming in and that's going towards paying the mortgage, and
Right.
I have the mortgage, that's building equity for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
as long as you're paying a mortgage.
Right. So it's building.
So you're probably going to get a balloon since it's commercial. So you're going to get a 5-year with 20% down.
So, with that, the plan was to do something like, so nobody's doing that, like the Sportsman's Club, where we create a corporation, we have 1,000 shares or 100 shares, right?
Sure.
Each share's $1,000.
Right.
If you're that vested in being part of the growth of this, you buy your shares. If we sell the building or we expand, you're
Right.
still a member of the corporation.
I don't see anything wrong with you building equity.
For you.
I don't.
Be-
What is so wrong with that?
Because we did it as a group.
I'm with that.
So we did it as a group.
I'm with that.
I understand that too, but it's still.
Somebody's got to be the chief, though.
But
Yeah, there still has to be somebody has to be financially responsible, and if you're financially responsible for the whole thing,
So you can almost.
then
You
what's
can,
the
so I
problem
could
with?
buy. But let's say I bought 30 shares.
So
Then I'm the majority shareholder.
shit, yeah.
Right?
So you would sell 49% of the shares to get the money to do
Buy the
whatever.
building.
Yeah, to at least do the down payment,
Yeah.
right? Finance the rest. What I would do is incorporate it at that point, so you can have your business insurance, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So and then when you incorporate, that's when you have shares of stock. So your sole prop right now, where you're at, right?
We're nothing because
Well,
it's an underground.
No,
fund.
no. I know, but your real business is
No, it's a S corp.
S corp. Okay, so and I think you can have shares in S corp
Yes,
as
you
well.
can.
I still don't understand. Like I was saying, someone has to be fiscally responsible.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing. When you have that, but you also got to remember when you are incorporated, you have to have meetings that are recorded. You have to have
Once
the
a year,
minutes, all
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
So there's a lot to it, but that you're going to have those anyway because you would probably want to have a monthly or quarterly meeting with the shareholders, i.e. the partners, because that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So shareholders are really partners at this point, so if they want to be partners, they can buy shares of stock. You look at the cost of the building plus the rehab. That's your total that you need. And then that's what you can sell shares of. So you take that dollar, divide it by Juice it some because you got to remember you're going to have interest as well. So juice it a little bit, not a lot. Just round it up some. Okay, so if it comes to 72, make it 75.
Right, but those people are still paying dues to train.
See, they're still paying dues, but they are actually part of. And then once this building's paid off, now we're looking at, or once memberships go to where we're plus, but you have meetings and you decide on, you'll have a economic person, you'd have you'll have your accounting person, you're going to have your secretary, you're going to have all these things. That way, everything is a voted on decision. That if they don't come to a meeting, they don't have a vote, you still have to have a majority to pass something, right? So you can absolutely run this like a nonprofit, which might be something you want to look at as well, because you can still bank money as a nonprofit. So a nonprofit will just give you it.
There's fucking people that are making millions running nonprofits.
Yes. So you'll have salaries. Sorry.
Yes.
We're right next to the Alton Dragway. So you could also look at running it as a nonprofit, which is going to be about $5,000 to $7,000 for a startup. But then you got that gets you your 501c3. That's going to give you, so when you go to buy stuff, when you buy cleaning equipment, when you buy all these things, you don't get taxed on it. And since you're a nonprofit, you don't pay taxes. So if the club becomes successful enough and you are making money, you still don't pay taxes. You just have to show where that money is going to where. So like if you invest it in CDs or if you invest it in something, so you just have to, everything is on display when it's a nonprofit. Much like if it's a cult.
Except for the cult running in the basement.
Well, yeah, you got the cult in the basement, but they pay you rent. So
Right.
Because they're gonna get everybody to go out and rob everybody's jewelry.
Right. Well,
What's your cult?
I just want to do sex magic. That's all.
Can I do the blood and sugar?
Be all right.
I just wanted to see the three-legged, two-dick fucking guy. We need another one of those.
What I was getting at is if you are fiscally responsible and you own the building, if everybody else decides to shit out,
So, but if
you should still have some reserve, i.e. the equity in the building.
there's that too. So he's covering your ass is what he's doing, right? So, but if it's a
That's what I'm thinking.
But-
anyway.
but if it's a
they
corporation-
bought it and they roll out, then they lost their fucking.
Yeah. So, well, here's the thing.
well, they would still have shares. If they
Yeah.
quit coming, they
But
still
if
have
it's not worth
shares.
shit, then it's not worth them.
Well, right. But the thing
But
is,
if they have shares and the building is part of the corporation, they still have shares in the building.
so the corporation, I'd incorporate. I would name your stockholders, everybody who wants in first off, and then, they buy X amount of shares. You own the rest of them. That building will buy the property, so you could do all this, 10 days before you close. So the building's going to buy. So if you got like Niemeyer and a couple of the guys that are serious in or whoever's in, they all put up a little bit of dough to help out. Whatever the dollar amount you think they're going to pay, cut that in half. Because that's just how life works, right? So just be prepared to carry all of it, and if somebody does step up a little bit, then that's fine. You can give them something of equity themselves. They're now invested with proof. They are part owner.
Could he have like an abandonment, whatever the fuck they call
Right.
it? So where if they roll out, if they shit out on you and they don't come back for blah 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 blah, there's no, then they automatically abandon their shares.
So here's the other option, Drew, that you could do. And obviously I'm not the best person for this kind of advice. You buy the building personally or under your S corp.
I'm the worst person for this.
So
kind of advice.
you buy it under your current S corp. You own this building. The club rents it from you. You sell shares of stock of the club ownership, not the building ownership. That way you get a rent that is you can write off, and then all the material that you put into it, you
And
get
that
to write
covers-
off.
Then that covers his ass. 100%.
That covers his ass because
Yeah.
they're renting
Yeah,
it.
see.
The club's renting it from you.
See.
And then they write a check to your whatever the corporation is, or if you do need to do a new DBA, do that. Start a new account. This is the building. This money comes in when the water heater goes out. You can buy a new water heater. We need bathrooms. We need showers. Whatever. So is it the Catholic Church?
No, it's like a Presbyterian.
So there's no
I still
shower.
can't figure out where it is.
There's no shower room.
Just look it up, Third and Pending Church for sale or whatever. I don't know. Hey, can I do the old swap to you?
Yeah, bro.
It's okay, little babies. I have to pee, and then she's gonna have to pee. Maybe I should take it with me. Should I take it with me?
Where's she gonna pee at? In the toilet?
Outside.
She's gonna pee out. You can't get the door unlocked.
Oh man.
I got the door
I
locked.
guess we gotta get a towel because then she's gonna pee on the floor.
Come here. Come here. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'm gonna do the sleeper mode. What are you looking at?
This church.
Did you find it? I got you. I got you.
Well, I don't think it's on 3rd and Penning. There's Penning. There's 3rd.
Spin your eye around.
Look at him spin around. That's a house. That's a house.
Maybe it's a small church. It
I
looks
mean,
like a
there's
house.
a building there, but it don't look like a church. If he's talking about what I think he is, I know right where he is, but that's not. Is that a Penning address or a 3rd Street or a Penning address? I know where he's at.
You are pretty adorable. Yeah.
Huh? That's a big fucking place.
Is it really? You got a picture?
If
If
it's
it's
the one I think it is, it's that one.
Jeez, not a pot. That's a state. That's a state-funded fucking thing. That's
No.
That's not $69,000, bro.
Well, that's 3rd and Penning, though. I
That's
mean, if
not
that's a 3rd
69.
and Penning address, unless it's this building, but I don't see that as a church. That looks like a church to you?
Probably.
That look like a church to me.
He said it wasn't Catholic, so no gold. Yeah.
That don't look like a church to me. And plus, that's... I don't know what he said the address was. Is it a white building?
No, I'll give you the address. I have it on my phone.
Is it a white grayish building?
No, it's straight brick.
Yeah,
not-
so it's this big motherfucker.
No.
Told you.
That's the only 3rd and Penning there is, buddy.
Hold on.
So you're not on 3rd and Penning then.
467 North 3rd.
467 North
There, you're down
3rd,
over there. Yeah.
Wood River, Illinois.
Is this actually a dog bracelet or a dog collar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like a
Don't
necklace.
take that shit anywhere near Smino.
Man, she's still just straight chilling.
That's what puppies do, though. They fucking sleep. That's how they grow. That's how we all grow, actually.
No, it is on beach.
Okay. Yeah, I was wrong. I'm stupid.
No, I was wrong. Beach is the opposite from the one that runs down to Rotary Park. That's a different. Beach is the one that
one's
runs
Penny.
that
I don't
direction.
know.
Did you get a fancy new thing for your things?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I would never do such a thing.
Right. No things.
All right.
You got your eyes closed?
Nothing works.
Almost.
Almost.
It was a good looking building, but I'm curious. Either they dropped it that much because there's something wrong with it, and it's been a contingency like 4 or 5 times.
That means something's not going through inspection.
But outwardly, it looks fucking nice. I walked it, you know.
Yeah,
But you
so
don't
did,
know.
hey, so didn't Chuck's Mazda.
No kidding. Policia.
Actually, it looked
Policia.
Policia.
It looked
Policia.
terrible on the outside, but I still don't understand. In order for him to blow the head gasket, it had to fucking dinged hot on him, and he kept right on fucking driving it. So again, not my problem. Pull over.
But if it had coolant in it, then it didn't fucking ping hot.
I mean, it might
Here's
have.
the thing: they just pulled the fucking head off another fucking car, took it up there to try to get some money off you.
That's what I mean. That's
It's a fucking hustle, bro.
That
The problem is
seems
you can't
like-
hustle, motherfucker. They tried intimidation with their fucking foreign skills.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah.
gonna work.
Right.
I told that cop, I go, he threatened me 3 fucking times.
Right.
I said I just took it as him being mad and just.
I'm
kinda-
surprised
I
you
just-
fucking walked out holstered, bro. Should have just fucking.
well, it was in the holster, but it was loose. in the
Yeah, I don't
holster.
give a shit.
So-
That's when you come out with it in your hand. Fuck you, man.
So Jonas's church, it'd be a good space too, but it needs. He said he'd white box it for me.
I don't know what
But I
that
don't-
means.
Just
Yeah, I don't know.
clean it, new roof, like all the inside cleaned up.
Does he own a church?
He bought one down behind
It's a
No Man's Land.
Baptist church. Actually, it's right where he lives. Right by where he lives.
Oh,
It's where his mom lives.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
That's where he grew up.
No.
Oh, this is a nice fucking church
That's what I'm saying.
too.
They
This isn't a
put a
bad
big
church.
neon sign in there on the front that says Holy Rollers.
Doesn't look like there's any kind of
You got to
parking.
stick with the odd fellows.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Doesn't look like there's any parking.
There's a whole parking. It comes to 2 lots, dude. The lot next to it's the parking lot.
Fucking
I'm
passed
I'm
out.
still driving around it. So
God, she's the cutest damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
I see. There's your parking lot.
So Freya was female.
Mm-hmm.
Moxie's female.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a preference that female dogs over male?
You know what? I was talking to somebody about that yesterday. Not that I have a preference, but I've never had male dog. So like when I say a dog, when I refer to it as a gender, it's always her. People are always different on that. You know?
Are you
So-
assuming? Are you assuming?
I was
Did you ask Moxie what
I
their gender was,
I took my fucking
Did you just
rudimentary
assume?
genitalia and stuck it in there.
or did you just assume? Can't assume that dog's gender.
I'll assume whatever I want. It's my life.
Maybe it hasn't decided what gender it is yet.
Yeah, she already did.
Gosh, dude, she's
Right now,
she's
she's-
smoted.
Right now, she's in the sleeping gender.
Crashed. You didn't answer the question either.
What?
About how much?
The church?
How much?
Oh, her?
Probably as much as that church.
No.
Them dogs are fucking expensive
Well,
because
you gotta-
they're hot as fuck right now. That's
He-
why.
He got a deal because it was the runt.
They're hot as fuck right now.
But I mean,
Look at that little nose moving. No.
you'll feel her being all snorty on your fucking.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
What's she weigh?
Right now, I don't.
You don't
Not
know?
much.
No.
If I can kick her to the moon.
Damn it.
To the moon, Alice.
I'm
Woke her
so
up that
sorry.
one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, go back to sleep. Yeah, don't laugh so hard, sir. Yeah. Sleeping on your paw, even. I'm holding the other paw up.
But you know, I think that the more places, because Freya was a good dog. I mean, obviously, but
Right.
at past a certain point, she wasn't around a whole lot of people. So
Right.
she was a little skittish sometimes. You know?
Yeah, sure, sure.
And so I want her to
Be socialized.
be socialized so that like she could go anywhere and do
Right.
this stuff and just
Right.
chill and be cool. You know.
Yeah, we brought Kevlar down here for the block party for St. Patty's Day, and we got everything set up. We went back and got him, and I was about gram deep on some penis envy, and so he was like, him and I were on, like, we were vibing. And he was just fucking chill. He was calm, let people come talk to him, pet him. You know, he was just star of the show, right? Until the lady that used to be a man or something like that, I don't know her name, but she started singing, and he did not like that, like, because the audio was so bad down here. So it was like, it was terrible.
I'll bring Baloo down here. We'll find out who's autistic and who isn't. Real quick.
Yeah.
Rhythm with the tism.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
quick.
He's, you know what cures that?
My dog's better. My dog is better at detecting autism than any test out there.
You know what cures autism? Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I saw it on a bumper
I
sticker.
don't know if that's true.
I saw it on a bumper sticker. It's got to be true. They wouldn't print anything that wasn't true.
A
Couple doors down, I saw it.
Abraham Lincoln did say that.
Hey, a couple doors down, the guy said Trump 2024. I think he writes for The Simpsons. So, I mean, I'm just reading bumper stickers when I walk the dog.
Maybe.
That's-
Cowboys' butts drive me nuts.
Cowboys' butts.
The Cowboys' butts drive him nuts.
I seen your bumper sticker.
Would you have a bumper sticker?
Came out of Charlie and Tilton's ass, I would.
The guy, you want to know what's funny about that? The guy could not have seen his bumper sticker because he got there in a hot air balloon. The car was still wherever the hot air balloon come from. Whatever
Yeah.
town he was in when he got in the hot air balloon.
I don't know what they're
The
doing.
guy,
Yeah,
couldn't,
he was working
the
in the
guy
oil- yeah,
couldn't
he-
have seen
He
his
started
bumper
working in the
sticker.
oil fields, yeah.
Yep. The guy couldn't have seen his bumper sticker. That's some old Joe Dirt knowledge. That's what
Yeah.
that is.
I just saw a clip for Joe Dirt.
God, it's such a
They're
fucking
making a part 2, ain't they?
Yeah, they made a part 2.
Hey, have
Did
you
they
guys?
make a part 2?
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that. I never
Or
seen it.
longer, probably 20
Never
years
seen
ago.
it.
Have you guys, either one of you watched that Civil War movie?
Civil War movie.
Yeah, it's in the theaters now, but like you can probably find it.
Well, I won't
Oh, no, I want
I won't
to.
watch screen
Yeah.
Is
records.
it good?
I don't know. I want to. I want to watch it.
I won't watch screen record.
I was going to watch it yesterday. We're going to go to the theater and see it yesterday. And it was plant garden time. So we planted all our shit. So, the vegetables and herbs and the strawberries. So, fruit, veggies.
Fruit.
Cocktail.
I built the pizza oven yesterday. So, Neapolitan style. It was very nice.
So, here's a question for you. Excuse me. Why is it a thing for dudes to always inject movie quotes into everything? Because I do it all day fucking day long. I've never seen a girl do it. But Melissa's always like, it's always a movie quote. And I'm like, yeah, because they're fucking funny.
Maybe do guys retain movies quotes better than... Like when I'm pedaling on the bicycle, especially if I'm riding with a group, like competitive group, it's Talladega Nights quotes. Like
Oh yeah, I would imagine so.
All the fucking time.
Slingshot.
Yeah, because like that's kind of what you're, like
Lock it in.
if you're competitive pedaling, it's like it's like you're doing a slingshot. You're coming up riding somebody's fucking draft, and then you're fucking shooting around.
You know what some of my favorite videos on the internet are? One of those dudes fucking up and everybody going down behind them.
Oh, yeah.
I love those videos.
Tour de France videos are brutal.
I love those videos.
Tour de France. Imagine doing
One
like 30.
dude takes out like 50 fucking people.
I did a Tour de Donut up there in Staunton one year. Well, I've done it many years, but one year I go, and I wasn't in the A group, right? I wasn't in the fast group, so I'm in the back, and I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I found a couple people. I was like, I ain't gonna race it. I won't ride it for time, right? So it's a timed event, and the Tour de Donut. If the more donuts you eat, the more time you get off of your thing. So you could be a fat fuck and still win this race, right? Because
So here's my question: if I don't pedal at all,
right?
If I just sit there and eat donuts,
Well, you got to get to the first donut shop. Stop.
Oh,
yeah. You got to pedal so far. You can't just sit there and cram them down.
If they were Krispy Kremes,
They're not.
I would fucking
They're
win.
not. They're thick cakers.
You can smoke
bro.
some fucking,
Bro, they're thick. No, they're thick cakers,
couple
bro.
cases
you're
of
just
Krispy
fucking running on sugar from then.
Bro,
on.
not. Dude, I'm pedaling out on this, so I'm in like C group at this point, right? Because I'm like, whatever. I just hooked up with a couple people that I knew, and they weren't fast, and I was like, hey, let's make it a fun ride. I've already raced it, and so we're pedaling out, just getting started, clipping in, right? Everybody clips in, so your feet are connected to the pedals, right?
Which is why everybody goes down when one dude goes down.
Dude, this is the Tour de Donut. I'm not shitting you. 15 motherfuckers in front of me just fall fucking straight the fuck down, like. And I'm literally going, you're a bunch of dumb motherfuckers, man, as I pedal around. Dude, you're in the C group. You ain't winning shit back here, bro. Like, because it's timed. It doesn't really matter. It's not first cross. Right. It's all time. I'm like, you ain't, if you were fast, you'd have been 2 groups up. You ain't getting shit right now. And then, so that year, I had the funnest time because I didn't really care, right? I'm just pedaling around. And it's kind of a hilly ride. So you're going up some pretty good hills, coming down them. There's this couple, and they were fit. They're a good fit couple. But they're on this tandem bike. And those bikes are heavy. I don't give a fuck what it's made out of. It's heavy. Plus, you got 2 people's weight, right? So,
but you got 2 people power too, though.
It's sort of. You really don't. You got about 1.25 power. So you got 1 1/4 versus fucking double the weight.
You need to regear that bitch.
Well, so that's the thing, So they're going up the hills, and I'm just walking them, right? But when going down the hills, that's normally like my recovery time. I'll pick up speed, but I don't push so hard.
Going down the hills, they're tucking in.
These motherfuckers, yeah, dude, they are fucking steamrolling, bro. Nah, yeah, what? Oh, yeah.
Hey, speaking of the tism, though, real quick.
Yeah.
Watch this video and tell me.
Don't get us copyrighted.
Tell me if I just like fucking. Well, I got my sound off.
Okay.
Tell me if I just discovered something about myself.
Uh-oh. Is this video of you?
Or is this fucking super cool? That's an old steam engine. You're like right next to it on the highway.
That's pretty dope, dude.
Is that super fucking cool? Or did I just discover I have autism?
Right. Is it really steam? I don't see anything coming out.
I mean, it looks like a steam
Yeah,
engine.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
if
it's
you,
fucking hauling.
if you had the tism, you could tell me what fucking train that
Well,
was.
right,
So,
true. Fair
yeah,
enough,
no,
fair
that's
enough.
just a cool
fucking
visual.
Sheldon Cooper.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I seen this video and it's like, where the fuck is this at? I want to do that. I want to drive
Yeah,
next to this fucking
that's
thing.
cool.
That's fucking badass. It looks like a steam. It's built to
Right.
look like a steam
Right.
engine.
But-
No, it's a steam engine because it's got a coal car behind it.
Chuck, have you ever clipped into a bike like that?
No.
It is not always unclipping. Is not always
No, it's
easy.
Oh, well, no, I'd
that's what
imagine
most
not.
people. It's a twist of the ankle.
Yeah, like we were going down. I rode toward Wildwood,
Okay.
and so it's all. I don't know if you ever rode back in there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's all hills, right? So we were coming down this hill. Snorty pig. We were coming down this hill like out here, but
Yeah.
it just never ended, right?
Right.
So we're going, 45, 50
Right.
miles an hour on this hill. And I'm kind of pumping the brakes to slow down as we're going,
Right,
so
right.
I'm not going so fast. And I'm riding with this guy, and he's rode it before, and he knows what's coming up, and he didn't tell me.
Sure.
And I look, and there's a
Surprise,
fucking
motherfucker.
T intersection where they're not stopping here, but we're supposed to stop here.
Right.
And
Right.
it's not blocked off.
Cross traffic's not stop.
And I see it coming.
The other ones don't stop. Sorry, movie quote.
Yeah, I see what
Right.
I'm saying?
Movie quote.
So I pull
Hammer
my
down.
brakes. I'm not stopping. I try to unclip,
Right.
and it's not unclipping, and I'm coming to where I'm freaking out. Dude, I laid that fucking bike down on its side, and I'm skidding.
Yeah, on your
I
leg.
finally, and when I hit,
Yeah,
I was able to unclip.
Yeah, normally you unclip when you hit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I unclipped, and I fucking slid through the fucking intersection on my ass with the padded fucking things, and I didn't get hit somehow. But
Right.
dude, it was scary as fuck.
Yeah.
You can't just, so you
Bro,
fall over like, it's
I've hit
funny.
it.
It's
I've-
funny, but sometimes you can't get your fucking ankle out.
Dude, and sometimes like you're so like when I was in 2011 is like my biggest bike. I was doing 500 miles a week riding. So every morning I get up and ride 50, 60 miles in the morning before I go to work, and then I'd come home and I'd ride 40, 50 miles, 30 miles, whatever time I had. And then but I lived up here in the Bluffs. So some of my rides, I just ride down to Lock Haven. I go do Piesaw Hills, which you ever drove that. So 3 laps of that, so up and down, and then back down the River Road for a cool down, and then climb up this hill right here, State Street, because I lived right, make a left, and I was right there at the mansion. So I'm pedaling up State one time, I guess just malnutrition, right? And I was just weak that day. I pedal up, I get into the garage, I fucking just collapse.
Oh,
I fucking
at least
forget-
you made it up the hill.
No, I made it up, dude. There was a whole year I couldn't make it up any hill.
Imagine losing your energy halfway up State Street.
I bet I couldn't.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Right. That's backwards down that motherfucker.
No, it took me a solid season of trying to get up hills and learning to breathe, because that's where you pass the fuck out, right? So like there's a park down the River Road. When I finally got to the top, I still wasn't breathing correctly, right? It was like my first year before I had a coach or anything. And I'm riding up that fucking hill, and I get to the top, and I was like, fuck. And as I was coming up to it, right, I'm doing like 4. Like, I ain't going anywhere. Like, you could walk faster than how I was pedaling. But you're clipped in, so you're kind of, like, it's kind of cool because, like, you can use your hammy and your quad,
You've got
right?
no choice.
Yeah, you kind of don't, right? So the key on these big grades is to kind of weave back and forth like a basket. Well, I call it like a basket, but you're
Well, yeah, like side to side.
yeah, you're going side to side because now you're taking the degree away a little bit. So I was doing that the first time I conquered this hill. Get to the top, I puke, dude. I didn't even know where it came from. Didn't feel it coming. Nothing. Something. I don't know how the body does that, but like I threw up, and then when I started racing like a year later. There were certain races, and I was trying to figure it out. I raced like 3 years, but I couldn't figure out what it was causing me to puke. Like, it was all the exertion or what it was. But I was like, but I wouldn't throw up every race. I'd only throw up like, and I was trying to figure out if it was the diet before, 2 days before, 3 days before. So like, I was taking that shit really seriously. I was tracking everything at that time.
Well, 2 or 3 days before should be gone.
No, not really, especially your hydration. So
I mean, depending on what you were eating, it could still be in your colon. But
right. So I was eating the same thing 30 minutes before race time every time. So it was the exact same meal every single time from day 1 racing until I quit racing. And I ate the same time before every race. But every track was different. So there was different exertions at different times. So the body just, like, my body was just, like, some races I fucking failed, Like the ones where I had to run or jump more, I think I'd have to really go back and really think, but that might have been the ones I puked at. The one I got knocked myself out with the stupid disc golf fucking cage. Dude, I slid right in that motherfucker. Rang my bell, bro. Like, I literally heard it ring my bell. So I hit that motherfucker with my head. I had a helmet on. Still blacked me out.
Like the receptacle where
Yeah.
the hole or whatever?
Yeah. I smoked the pole that holds the basket.
Me.
And it fucking, I didn't know which way the race went. Like, when I fucking gained my vision, I fucking didn't know which way to go. Yeah, literally. I had to wait for the next competitor to ride by. And I just went, oh, this way. And I'm like, fuck, way up this hill. So I ended up bouncing on that one because I was all cut up. I was bleeding everywhere. Plus I fucking knocked myself out. So I was like, yeah, let's just bow out of this. So I had a DNF on that one.
Man, Wingnut used to go mountain biking at SIUE.
Yeah. I think you told that here.
It's in the Telegraph.
Yeah.
It was in the Telegraph. And we're going down this grade, and it wasn't even that steep, but it was long. But at the bottom of it, there's this big empty dry creek, and it's deep. It's probably about 15 feet deep.
Right. Yeah.
And you had to turn. Well, I know we ride this motherfucker every week.
Right.
I know what's coming, and I'm a cautious person though. Okay, so I know what's coming, so I'm going kind of slow. I'm still got some speed, but I'm going, this motherfucker comes flying by me. You've never met my buddy Wingnut before, I don't think. But he comes flying by me, and before I can even look up, I hear, "Oh shit!" And he's gone. He's not there no more. So I get down to the bottom of the ravine, and somehow the trail's here. And there's a downed tree way over here. Somehow he's under this tree. Bike's over here. He's over here under this tree. Broke his face, broke his shoulder, his collarbone, his shoulder blade. I thought he was dead. He had blood coming out of his ears, a little bit of blood in his eyes, blood coming out of his nose. Blood in his mouth. I thought he was dead. He wasn't moving. Didn't look like I thought he was fucking dead. I had to call 911. So I called 911 and I said fuck for 10 minutes straight on the phone with 911 because he's dead, right? That's all there is to.
Yeah.
And that's not what got me. So he's dead. While he's dead, I'm standing there on the phone with 911. Yeah, my buddy's dead, right? Calm as could be. It's when he went fuck.
Hey.
Fuck.
I gotta pee too.
That's the only thing I had in my vocabulary after that was fuck. Somehow the paramedics found us. I don't know how. But somehow they found us. So I go out by the road to flag them down because we weren't that far off the road. I go out by the road to flag them down. And by the time we get back in there, he's trying to climb out with his bike. Trying to climb out. Doesn't know where he is. He's not doing a very good job of trying to climb out, but he's trying to climb out with his bike. And so paramedics make him get on a fucking. They had to force him on a stretcher to haul him out of there because he wouldn't. My bike, fuck your bike, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna die, bro. So we have to take a picture of her. Obviously, we can do it after we finish. Melissa requested a picture of her with a cigar between her paws. So I think if
Between her paws.
So if we get low and put them between her paws and have her stand in front of the sign where somebody can snap a picture without us being in it, you know what I mean? Like she's standing up holding, squeezing her.
Well, she'll probably fucking go ahead and put one in her mouth. She'll probably take it as much as she wanted that shit.
I don't want to ruin a cigar with her fucking.
Well, there was some little ones here, some little cigarellos up here when I first come up here.
Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah, put one of them in there. Them are cheap garbage. Nobody cares about those.
So,
they're not garbage. They're
yeah, I don't want to ruin a good cigar.
They're acids. No, they're C notes. They're actually pretty good. But it won't ruin it.
Did I tell you about? I know we're already past time, but
Mike will probably still smoke it anyway, even with dog slobber all over it.
Oh yeah. The lady who came in my office, I've been seeing her for probably a long time, but she's been doing this the last 6 years. She ran all the world marathons. She's our age. Dude,
that's crazy to me.
Dude,
I don't run 10 feet.
I know. So she started off, and she's our age, right?
Right.
So she's it's hard to put those kind of miles in a train, right? So she's ran all 8. I guess it's 8. So it's Boston, New York, Chicago, Paris, London, Berlin.
Crazy.
Tokyo. I think I'm missing one. But regardless, she like her goal was to set out to run because when you run them all, you get them, you know, your 10-cent medal that they print, whatever. But it's an accomplishment, right?
Right.
So like on most of these, the bigger ones like New York and Boston and Chicago, like New York and Boston, you have to get you have to win a lottery to get a spot.
Really?
So your time has to qualify,
right?
And then you have to like win a lottery
because they've got so many people. And there's so many people that run it too. Yeah. So that's kind of crazy.
So, dude, so she, like when she went to run the Paris one, the Berlin one was like, it could be vice versa, but one of them was like a week later or 5 days later. So she stayed and ran Paris and then Berlin, and then like she flew back and ran London one time. And she just finished the Tokyo one was her last one that she had to do, and she won the bid and her time fit. And she was telling me about it. And the fact that she doesn't care about her time, she just wants to finish, right? You know, but she was like, in the Tokyo one, because everything is so clockwork over there,
right? That
they only had a certain amount of time reserved before they opened street backs up because people had to get places. So and they didn't change it. It was a certain amount of time. So they started them in stalls. So like you were in the 10th, she was in the last stall to start. So if she missed...
Running with traffic.
Yeah, so she missed the time, the fucking street's blocked off, and you don't finish. So if you started in the first stall and you were kind of dragging...
Right.
It'd be
you could still probably finish.
Yeah, so she's like, I think it was like her best time that she ever ran because she had to keep up with the shit, so...
That brings up a question I had now.
Yeah.
What is Woodruff ever going to do about their triathlon? They don't have a pool no more.
They're doing a 5K coming up.
They were doing a triathlon because I was going to run it one year, but they don't have a pool no more. They don't have a pool no more.
I think that was Metro. Wasn't that Metro that was putting that on? Metro.
Well, it was the city of Woodruff saying.
It was Metro Tri Club put it on. That's why there was a triathlon because they had a pool. But it was hosted by the city of Wood River. I think Metro Tri Club.
Well, they did it at the Wood River Pool, though.
Well, yeah.
They held it at the Wood River Pool.
Well,
that swimming part.
You know where they used to do it before the pool? Ellis Bay.
Where's Ellis Bay?
So go past Fisca, first gas station.
Okay.
Go past Audubon.
Okay.
Bird Center. There's a little fucking beach area over there.
They just do it in the river.
They did it in the bay until one guy got, what's the hepatitis you get from the dirt? Is there dirt hepatitis?
Let's say
yeah, whatever that. Well, I don't know my heps, but whatever it is,
it's probably the curable one.
Actually, it was my buddy Terry. So he was old. He's like 70-something years old, but he was a rock star on a bicycle still, right? So, and he did tries his whole life. Like this dude was just a fucking animal, and so he had an open wound. He was so the seniors went probably second. It was like kids, old people, then like cat women, cat 4, cat 3, whatever, and then guys, right? And then the really fast people. And then so he got after the kids, and they kicked up all that shit in the bay because you can walk that bay water out for a while.
Right.
The schmegma came, and the schmegma got him because he had an open wound, and just at 77, your immune system's probably just not as
it's not ready for the smeg.
Yeah, it's not ready for the smeg to get into your blood. So old boy caught like fucking. He was like in the hospital with this shit. Like fucking So he ended up catching hepatitis from the river. The river got into his body, and the
STD from the river.
He kind of did, yeah. So there's one that's not a. Fuck, am I doing?
There's one that's not that bad.
There's one that's treatable. There's one that's not an STD.
It's so terrible for your
liver.
It's
treatable. It's terrible for your liver. Well, C, I think it's C. C can live dormant in your liver forever, or in your body forever, and then sometimes it'll like kick other things' asses because it's screwing up its pad. So it'll help you fight other viruses too.
Why don't you let me, dude? This internet here has been fucking.
But you brung all that up. You said she was from Wood River, so that made me think about how Wood River was going to do their triathlon, or if they're going to, since they concreted the pools all in around here. Whole generation of kids that won't be able to fucking swim.
I think it's C, hepatitis C.
C.
Yeah, I think C.
I thought C was the bad one though.
Oh, I don't know. My internet's being slow, so I'm just guessing with whatever. Causes viruses, toxins, autoimmune, and that whatever whatever that one was, whatever hepatitis he got, like he beat everything, and then he I mean, fuck, he was 77 then, and that was 10, 15 years ago. If he's still alive, I'll be blown away. So, but he was actually, he drove a
It's A.
Is it A? A's one you can catch by swimming in Ellis Bay.
Contaminated food and water or through direct contact with an infectious person. So if he had an open wound.
Yeah, he had an open wound and probably a weakened immune system anyway due to his age. But, he
The smeg.
yeah, so he got the smeg in him. But yeah, Chuck, the van he drove. It was a Chrysler Caravan, worst body style ever, right? Not the squares, because those are kind of cool. But it had like a guy, I think, running, swimming, and bicycling as a graphic along the side. It was everywhere. He did like church volunteering and all that shit. So if he is alive, good for you, Terry. If you're not, rest in peace, bud. Always smiling. Even we got the smeg.
We shutting it down?
Yeah, we need to shut it down. We got a dog to pee, and
You got a dog to pee.
yeah, we pee on the
That's
dogs
going to
here.
be painful.
Yeah, what? No, you just
If
pee on the
If
dog.
you're going to pee a
It's the
dog,
biggest
that's
kidney
going to be
stone I
painful.
ever seen.
Moxie, you didn't say
Right.
anything, but by far the best looking guest we ever had. It was an honor to have you on here.
You got to talk Pastor Corian coming back on.
Well, he's gone for a while. He's like traveling, doing his
Is he?
Mission work?
cult work. Yeah.
No, don't say cold work. Mission work.
Well, I mean,
if you want to look at it like that, it's the most successful cult ever.
What's that? Christianity?
I just, I read all these philosophical books. I've got that Golden Dawn at my house, which really is just a reference book, tells you how to do rituals and shit like that.
You should write a book called The Golden Shower.
Got that Kabbalion there. I got
I was trying to end this motherfucker. The
got,
best jokes come after the fucking.
the Emerald Tablets of Sauce at the house I got the Golden Dawn the next day, so I haven't read it.
The Emerald Tablet, that's about like Atlantis and shit, right?
The Emerald Tablets of Sauce, yeah, it's all made up. Yeah. It's all, that guy was a shyster like L. Ron Hubbard.
A little trickster.
But
You don't believe in thetans?
no, not at all.
Damn, dude, we can't be
I think there's something, mind over power. There's something to what they do, but it's mind over body is what it is. It's not real.
I'd rather know the psyche of like the Jonestown, and like how people fall for the cults. Like what is it? The same thing? Is it the same people that join like the motorcycle
Why is
clubs?
the sky blue?
No.
How's the rainbow made?
No, it's just.
Did you stop with the movie
just
quotes?
People, it's just people that need something.
Hey,
They need something, and this person just knows how to provide it.
let's put a jar here, and every time we movie quote,
Yes.
let's put a quarter in.
Okay.
All right,
Perfect.
because
gonna
we'll
bring a
go,
fucking roll
bro. We're gonna go broke as fuck, and we put $1 in. Let's go quarter up in here. I'll get some quarters from downstairs.
They find these people that need something, and they just take advantage of it.
I mean, so what's different than that than any other con man like selling you fucking
The difference
bullshit?
between that and Christianity.
I mean,
Bazinga.
Because those people need something. They all need something, especially addicts. They sell that shit to addicts
And
to help them get through. They replace an addiction with an addiction.
Well,
and here's my
which
problem.
most
My problem
addicts
with this,
do.
right? But my problem with the whole religion as a crutch for addiction thing is that every single one of us is going to go through something absolutely terrible that's going to make you question everything in your fucking life.
true.
Everything in your fucking life. And if you're using God as a crutch for your heroin, good for you, you're not on heroin no more. But when this happens to you, where are you going to go? When you're sitting there going, fuck, why would God do this to me?
Well,
Where are you going to fuck?
Well, I think that depends on the quality of the mentor.
heroin?
No,
Oh.
of the mentor at whatever religious establishment he's at, right? So if he's got a quality mentor, a priest or a fucking rabbi or
He's got a
whoever
good
the fuck,
one, which
if
is
he's
rare.
got a good one,
Rare.
if he's got one that fucking recognizes
Rare.
the signs, sees it, and preps him for the shit that's about to hit the fan.
But they don't prep you for anything. Their prep is God will handle it. It's God's will. It's God's mysterious ways. They don't prep you for nothing. It's all all hollow nonsense.
It's kind of.
Now, if you got somebody who's a good person, good people exist. It's a good person. It's good motivational. Has an understanding. Is actually really caring. Isn't just a con man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then I have. So Pastor Corey.
Pastor Corey is a good.
Pastor Corey's a good person.
So
if Pastor Corey was mentoring this guy,
right,
then this guy's got a chance.
But
most of these fucking people that are doing this,
no,
this guy ain't got a fucking chance.
So in Catholic school, they told us, when there was a problem, God won't give you anything you can't handle, right? So that's what you're taught. So
who's going to carry the boats?
I'd probably miss that day in school.
So who decides? Who decides what I can handle? God?
No. Here's the thing. But if you knew somebody was always had your back, right? Always had your back.
Right.
You have a lot more confidence going into any shitstorm.
Fair enough.
So if you know God has your back, you go into any shitstorm with your fucking chest out. Even if you take a fucking L, you're still gonna come back going, you know what? We went through that. It was fucking terrible. And a fucking year later, you look back, and that terrible wasn't that terrible, because you learned from that. You won't go through that terrible again. You'll have a new terrible. That's when like fucking Steve calls me in the middle of the fucking day, freaking the fuck out about whatever. After I get him to listen, I ask him, "Will this matter in 5 years, Steve?" Whatever the fuck, we're talking money, we're talking these things that like are detrimental to this guy. And I go, will it matter in 5 years? And it makes him fucking think, And the thing is like, how does that relate to God? If I know that God's fucking here, if it's inside of me, and I know that I don't fucking, no matter what I'm gonna go against, I'm gonna make it through. I literally fucking, there's probably so much CTE damage up here from all the stupid shit I've done that I'm lucky to put any sentences together. Luckily I haven't stabbed anybody in almost 46 fucking years of being on this planet. Haven't stabbed, not nobody that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, I don't run around cutting
nobody
motherfuckers.
Consequential.
Well, I'm not running around cutting motherfuckers, But every fucking dramatic fucking thing.
Rest in peace, OJ.
La juice.
A la juice. Is there still some in there? All right, don't smash my cigars.
That's the ones we got to use her to take a picture of.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay. But yeah, so that's, that's how I get through a lot of the fucking garbage I've gotten through. My cousin dies right there. I've had people die right in my fucking arm. I watched people fucking die, and all these things. And, it's like, it's like the end of the world at that moment,
Man.
It's the end of the world at that moment. But if I didn't have...
I just think that there's a lot of people that praise God for good things that happen. That it was because they put in the effort to do
Sure. But why did they put the same argument? Why did they put that effort in if they didn't have their faith?
You don't have the mind of an addict. Is the problem with
do you
that.
know I was
you
fucking...
don't have the mind of an
Oh,
addict.
no, I did. I just traded my addiction from one thing to another. And that's exactly what I did. Dude, I was homeless in 2007, living in basements of houses I was breaking back into after painting the upstairs. I literally had no house. I was so hooked on drugs that I didn't have a home in 2007, and that used to like be important. Like in 2010 when I had a job, in 2010 I had a mansion. In 3 fucking years I could turn it around. Who does that? Who instills that power?
Not somebody who has the mind of an addict. Just because you were on drugs doesn't mean you have the mind of an addict. So
well, at that time,
there's a difference.
At that time, but the things I was addicted to weren't as mind controlling as what these addicts are now. I was never a heroin addict. I don't know what that is like.
Right.
I've never been a meth addict. I don't know what that's like.
Right.
I smoked crack one time and did almost stab somebody in Rockford or Loves Park, Illinois.
You can't smoke crack. You can't.
I did. Crack. It was fucking great.
But you can't.
It smells terrible.
It just made you know.
It's so fucking awesome.
Fuck, dude. Imagine.
That's why I say you can't smoke crack. You shouldn't smoke crack.
I'm gonna tell you, I did it one time. and I was and everything was new, right?
Fucking awesome.
I didn't know one motherfucking one thing in the world. I was in a new city, new people I was hanging around. I was just supposed to get some soft. I ended up with some hard. I'm not gonna go down like that, and so I fucking hit it, right? And you know the Popeyes cartoon where that motherfucker drinks the spinach? Literally how I felt, bro. I was like,
That's how everybody feels.
and I was like, and then this dude come out at me, and I'm like, what? And I'm sitting there like the peak is like this, right? And I'm like, and it's like everything's like fucking, I mean, beyond hyper focus, bro. And it's dark, and I'm driving my car, and I don't even know what car I had in, but I know I was in Rockford or something. And this dude come out and he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" And he starts getting on me, right? Like fucking getting at me. So I take my glasses off my face, and I set them on the windshield of the car, and I pull this knife out and I fucking flick it open. I was like, "You're gonna die, motherfucker!" Like, and I was just gonna fucking cut him up. It made sense. I had the strength. I was fucking strong enough, and I was good enough. And god damn it, I'm pretty. And I fucking almost
really
a movie
badass
quote.
at Twisted Metal.
Huh?
I was just really badass at Twisted Metal.
Dude,
for
I
20
was out in I was in Northern Illinois trying to fucking cut motherfuckers. But I was like, okay, crack is bad.
Yeah,
like
crack
is really bad because
Can't smoke crack.
it's literally mind altering.
It is whack.
Not you shouldn't. No, it's actually that's the problem. Is it isn't fucking whack. Don't smoke crack. 'Cause it's not whack at all. It's really fucking awesome.
How many times have you done it?
Once.
Yeah, me too. Once.
And then when I come down,
Do you think
I
that's
went-
because we had a proper
went-
enough upbringing to go, that
No.
is too addictive?
Yeah, part of that, and it's because I had a buddy that agreed with me that he should never allow me to smoke crack again.
I think your and I
That's when we were
personality.
selling it.
I think your and I's personalities are very similar. Like we're very nice, kind-hearted people, but there's a certain level where like nothing matters. Gender doesn't matter, race doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You're getting fucked up if you deserved it.
Oh yeah,
Period.
100%.
And not a little bit.
You
like
don't, you
you're-
don't hit people you love.
I'm gonna
Everybody
rewind.
else can catch these hands.
I'm gonna rewire your fucking brain. That's where I'm at, And so, and I hit that point more than one time in my life, and I'm so grateful that now I don't, and I was fortunate because I didn't catch
Right.
too many cases,
Right.
So it's like the bullshit I did catch was swept up with some other bullshit, and then a good lawyer gets it all dismissed or whatever. So, but it's one of those things where I'm still kind of like, I walked out of the bar, Katie walked out before me, some guys honking, fucking literally saying, "Hey, get in my car." A, where's your class?
Right.
This is a beautiful lady. You're gonna talk to her, right?
Right.
B, I'm gonna pull you out now. And I literally just started walking. It was like a second thing. Like, I go, "What's wrong?" She goes, "He keeps honking at me." I go, "Yeah, okay." And I didn't even say anything to her. I just started walking away. And then I'm walking to him, and I'm like, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pull him out of his fucking car, and I'm going to stomp him till he can't fucking see right. I'm going to knock his fucking eyeball out like a Frenchie,
No, he wouldn't do that.
Not her, not Moxie. All right, anyway, 125 in the books. I'm going to have some PTSD now. 125 is in the books. Special guest was Moxie, the sleeping Frenchie.
Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe.
So-
Leave a comment. It's important
Please.
for the algorithm that you leave a comment.
Yeah, say welcome back.
important for the
Say welcome back,
algorithm.
Drew. We missed you last week.
It's important for the algorithm to have all your tags and your special thumbnails and stuff every week.
That was so deep on the fucking thing. Yeah, go ahead and end it
Every
with that.
week.
Every
Two
week.
dicks.
Every week.
Two.
Yes.
I got two